All right. What's up? What's up? What's up? Yeah. Let's talk this boxing. What's happening? Sorry, man. I'm running a little bit late into the show. Wait for cats to get on, man. DH in the building. What's going on, man? Come on. I said, where Fanon at? I just got here, man. I just got here. I gotta you know what it is, man. I got a family, man. I gotta chill sometimes in the morning, Saturday morning, man. My voice is rough, all kind of stuff, man. Mike Cardenas in the building. What's going to say? Yeah, I feel like Floyd may have been a little jealous of Tank's gate and pay-per-view outcome. I don't know if let me tell you something, man. We'll talk about that, and we'll talk about that in a second, man. My main thing today, because I was inspired by Manager Marty. Not that I'm into any of that personal stuff, bro, but I do like a good debate. And I was misled that I was going to be able to see a debate yesterday. I apologize to everybody that didn't get to see a debate yesterday because I thought the debate was set. I thought that would have been a really fun thing to see, but didn't get the debate. However, I got to say I was kind of, oh snap, I'm early. This begins at midnight. Oh, no. Oh, did it have PM? Oh, it did have PM. Yeah, I meant AM. Somebody was right. Yeah, I meant AM. I dang sure didn't mean no PM. I'm not starting no live stream at 10 o'clock PM. Sorry about that, man. Hold on, no. I did forget something else. Gotcha. We got 99 people in the building. Kamal Oz, what's going on, man? 76, what's going on? 76 Mark, what's going on, man? Nah, y'all got it right, bro. Let me slide all the way down, man. Avery 81st, what's good, brother? What's good, man? What's happening? Robin Soto, a Puerto Rico. Yeah, a Puerto Rico. What's going on, Robin Soto? DeAndre Johnson, what's going on, man? Yeah, I like Manager Marty, man. Like, let me tell you, man. For me, I like Blue Blood. I don't usually do it like mention people's names, but I like Blue Blood. I think he's a good dude. He's a nice guy. You know what I mean? He's a nice guy. A lot of these guys are nice guys, man. Really nice guys, bro. But since somebody paid me to advertise the debate yesterday, I got to speak on it. You know what I mean? Like, usually I don't do it because I just, there's so much pettiness going on, really, in boxing. A lot of pettiness between, like, channels and all of that stuff. So I really try my best not to get in it. But somebody dropped a bag on me yesterday. Somebody dropped a bag on me, brother. They dropped a bag on me. And I was like, for real? They're like, yeah. No, Manager Marty did not pay me. I've never met him. It was a subscriber of mine. It's a subscriber of mine that did not know Manager Marty, does not know. He knows, sub to Blue Blood. But no, it's a subscriber. Paid me a nice amount of money to put up a post about it. No, it was not Manager Marty. I've never talked to Manager Marty ever. No. I'm not going to tell you who it is, but just put it this way. You see them drop. Let me put it this way. You see them drop hundreds on me. No, that was just a lot of people, dude, that wanted to see that debate. And they were like, Fanon, will you do? Dude's like, Fanon, I want to see this debate. Will you? And I told, will you put it? I said, okay, I will, but I'm not going to put anybody's name on it. I'm not going to say what the debate is about. None of that. I'm not going to pick a side. But yeah, okay, I'll do a community post. Yeah, Blue Blood's he's a nice guy. He is. He's a nice guy. Very affable guy. If you meet him, he's an affable guy. He is. So, and like I said, I never mention anybody's name, whether on camera, if I agree with them or if I don't agree with them. But nah, dude dropped me some nice dough. Like, enough. Hey, put it this way. I had a good dinner last night. I had a good dinner last night. So that bag was good. It must have been. I heard the gas station go. Hey, I'm just telling you, man, I got a nice bag. Because cats wanted to see this dude, Manager Marty. What can I tell you? They paid for me to promote Manager Marty. I have never seen that before. I've never seen that before. where a smaller channel literally has people pay a bigger channel to promote them. So I was like, what? He's like, hey man, hey, so okay, bro. It is what it is. I got to feed my family like everybody else. So like I said, I think that man, dude, I'm telling you, that's why what's going on Black Star Sports? That's why I want to talk about business today. I'm inspired. Because at the end of the day, man, business and boxing is great. The business of boxing is great. And I mean it. It's great. Where else can you? And I'm telling you, as an athlete, where else can you do what Gervonta Davis is doing? You can't do it in any other sport. There's no other sport where a 5'6" guy, 5'6", 5'5", 5'6" guy can have his own promotional company and have his advisor and manager negotiate deals on a case-by-case basis with a major boxing network, with a major outlet. Where else can you do that? And they're going to give you the money. If the rates that they say are that Stephen Espinoza said is true, my God, man, these guys have. And if you can perform, and I'm not saying it's easy, but if you can perform, if you can provide knockouts, if you can get the attention, of your own people, man, you can make ridiculous sums of money. Now, shout out to Chicken Talk. No joke. Absolutely better at what they do than I am at what I do. I'm telling you. I listen to that guy Lefty and Chicken Talk is a group absolutely excellent. And I saw on his channel, make sure you guys go subscribe to Chicken Talk on YouTube. I heard what Ron Katz had to say for myself because I didn't see it originally. But I saw what Ron Katz said. I believe off what Ron Katz said, off of what Ron Katz said, because who is Ron Katz? Ron Katz is a PBC matchmaker. And so when I read what he said, I can't believe that these imbeciles believe Rick Glazier. Can't believe these imbeciles believe Rick Glazier, and who has hated the PBC from the beginning. And I'm going to tell you, anybody that believes Rick Glazier, watch this. Edward Durango. Yes, they do. That's their job. Absolutely. A matchmaker would. Yes, sir. Well, let's put it this way. Do you what's your name again? Edward Durango, you're a hater, bro, by the way. I don't throw you out, but you're a hater. Okay? You don't like the PBC, so I'll talk to you. Edward Durango, I know you're not going to click a link. I know you're not. So I'm not even going to waste my time asking you. However, do you know what the job of a matchmaker is? Do you know what the job of a matchmaker is? Oh, the account. Oh, block him then. Edward Durango. Oh, like Django. Oh, he's calling me a nigger or something like that. Yeah, that's what he's calling me. Okay, I got it. Throw it out there. Now I just demonetized. I need your super chats now because I just got demonetized for using the N-word. Anyway, I thought it was a fake Ron Katz. When I seen that name. Oh, if it was, then I don't know. Okay. No. He's not on YouTube. No, he's not on YouTube. He's not on YouTube. Also, I have a hard time believing that Chicken Talk would use a fake Ron Katz. But I can go check. I have a hard time believing Chicken Talk is going to use a fake Ron Katz. Chicken Talk, look, let me put it this way. If you bring up and you say maybe that was a fake Ron Katz. If Lefty of Chicken Talk quoted him, then I'm going to believe that it's a real Ron Katz. And the reason I say that is because of the credibility of Lefty from Chicken Talk. That guy is about as fair. He's about as fair as you can get, bro. No joke. He's as fair as you can get. But I'm going to get back to why the business is good. Just tuning in for 9, you're the best in the business. Thank you, brother. I will tell you this, though, about being the best in the business. I would love if you guys really believe that, and I appreciate that. But I know I'm not, because I'm not as good as Rachel Donaire is. I'm aspiring to know, in a practical sense, what Rachel Donaire knows. I'm going to tell you what I'm better at people at. And I will tell you what I'm better at people at. Better than most people at. I'm smarter. I'm more intelligent. And the reason I say that is because it's true. Statistically speaking. So, but that does not mean that I know more about the sport of boxing than Rachel Donaire does. Or that I know more about the sport of boxing than Nonito Donaire does. Or that I have better sources and better integrity than say somebody like BFTB or somebody like there's just a lot of talent out there in the YouTube boxing world, man. That's one of the reasons, man, that I really, a lot of people think I got kicked out of the LDBC. I didn't get kicked out of the LDBC. They're a bunch of great guys. I left the LDBC. I left. And the reason that I left was that I could not really exist in an organization where I didn't have control. And that's it. Period. 78 Source TV is a great guy. Absolutely great guy. I mean, I believe great guy. Black Fight Fan TV is a great guy. Absolutely. Loves the sport of boxing. Honest dudes. Really, really, really work hard. Everything that you can respect, right? But I really couldn't deal. I have a limitation where I could not deal in the space where I didn't have almost total control. That's just me. So that's why I don't deal with any groups of people anymore. But they are great at what they do. And I mean it. 78 Source TV is great at building communities, great at unifying people, great at working with people, absolutely great at managing multiple people with different perspectives. One of the most impressive guys that I've ever worked with is 78 Source TV. I mean it. One of the most impressive guys that I've ever worked with in my life was 78 Source TV. Absolutely brilliant guy, selfless guy, highly intelligent, great work ethic, all of that. Same thing with Black Fight Fan TV. So when I see Manager Marty and I'm listening to Manager Marty, I know that this guy knows what he's talking about. Aside from all the blue blood stuff. That's why when somebody offered me the money to do it, that's why I was like, okay, I'll take your money. Other than that, I wouldn't take their money. I'd be like, you can keep it. But with that guy, you should listen to that guy. You should listen to that guy. He's a younger guy, but if he has good backing and he has fighters that sign with him, I believe that he's an honest guy that will represent you as a manager to the fullest. And I truly, truly wish him nothing but success. That's the only, because I knew that the debate wouldn't happen. I knew the debate wouldn't happen. I don't, and this is where I will say, because like I want to have a little bit of a cathartic video. Like I said, I like Blue Blood. I don't always agree with him, but I like him. He's a nice guy. He really is. He's a nice guy. He works hard, all of the above. Would never tell anybody to unsubscribe or whatever. You know what I mean? He's a good guy. That is really, I do believe he's trying to feed his family. He's doing what he's got to do. He's a good guy. Marty's a good guy too, and a smart guy, and somebody that understands the sport of boxing. And just listening to it, it's more like, hey, man, like, that's why the business of boxing is so good. It is really, really, really good. I've been a boxing fan for over 40 years. This is absolutely, absolutely, positively the best time in boxing that I've seen. If you understood and you listen to like guys like Scrapbook Boxing, let me get these super chats first. John Boy said, it wasn't mean. It wasn't John Boy. I don't mind buying my old friend dinner, but no, I don't get into other people's channels. Only to rise my family. Yes, sir. And John Boy says, morning to all. Shout out to everybody. No, it wasn't John Boy. No, it wasn't John Boy. F all the trolls and the R word afternoon for 9. What's going on, Frederick Meadows, brother? What's going on, brother? Thank you for supporting the channel today, bro. But I wanted to do this, man, because seems like he's a lot of hate issues. Why spend so much time on a channel you don't enjoy? Who you talking about? Oh, RuPaul? Because RuPaul crazy. Don't worry about it. I'm crazy too. I like RuPaul. RuPaul's crazy. I'm crazy. RuPaul's crazy. I'm crazy. I like RuPaul. I do. I like RuPaul. I like RuPaul. I just, because I understand how I know how his mind works. I like RuPaul. I do. But I know he's crazy. But, you know, one crazy dude to another crazy dude. I know you're crazy. So, you know, that's why that one time, if you remember with RuPaul, that one time I was like, look, man, it's all right. It's all right. It's all right. But he wouldn't stop. So I was like, okay. I'm like, okay, since you won't stop, no worries, bro. I'll give you what you want. He wants to be rejected. So every time I reject him, every time I talk bad about him, every time I throw him out, he's getting what he wants. So it's okay with me. We have a symbiotic relationship. He wants to talk to me. I throw him out, talk bad about him. And I give him the attention that he wants. It's no worries. Crazy like the type of guy that ends up with multiple bodies? Nah. Well, maybe, yeah. He definitely is. I roll with Blue, but I cannot play with your journalistic. You can't play with your He's not a, well, let me say, I'm not going to tell what he is. He isn't. Man, I wish hey, man, look, you caught me in a mood today, bro. You caught me in a mood today. Orlando Pearson, Stone Alone. Brock Howard. But guys, I'm going to run to work. I'm sorry. I tried to be sorry if I left your name out. No disrespect. Brother, John Boy cannot disrespect. Much love in that super chat, bro. And Marcus Villain said, morning for 9, another duck on spinning the block. Look, man. Oh, I missed another John Boy super chat. Hold on. Much love, Marcus the Villain, brother. Thank you. Boxing Truth says 78 Sports TV and CC kicked you out the group. Stop. No, they didn't. That's stupid. They didn't kick me out of anything. No, they didn't. What do you want me to tell you? No, they didn't. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. Drew Titan, I'm going to tell you the truth because I don't care. Drew Titan said, hey, Fanon, we need to talk to you about something going on. This is the truth. Drew Titan called me and said, and I love Drew Titan. Dude, I'm telling you, subscribe to Drew Titan. That is my guy. I ain't talked to him in a year and a half. Drew Titan said, Fanon, everybody wants to talk to you. They want to know what's going on with you. And I told Drew Titan, maybe in 3 weeks. Maybe in 3 weeks. And Drew Titan said, I don't know if we can go another 3 weeks. And I said, that's okay. And as a matter of fact, I didn't even respond to him. And do you know why that is, King? Unlike you, I know that I really do deal with mental health issues. I do. It's the truth. Any close friend of mine, any family member of mine will tell you, Martin is a genius. But he deals with mental health issues. I do. My grandmother did. My sister did. And I can name you maybe 15 other family members that did. We do. That's why I say it is a blessing and a curse. So no, the LDBC did not kick me out. The LDBC were there for me. They were. That's the truth. They were there for me. They did. They're good guys. All of them. Every single one. It's the truth. They are very good guys. So, realize you're real, about to keep it, your head up, bro. Oh, no, it's no worries, bro. I'm just telling you, bro. I can't lie. I don't feel like lying. And I get tired of all the trolls, and I get tired of all the racists trying to stand between black people that really do not have any problem with one another at all. It's the truth. Yeah, I'm good. I'm great. I'm absolutely great. I tear up every once in a while. This is what it is. I'm good. But this is the truth. This is the truth. I don't want to tell you anything that's not a lie. This is the truth. I did not get kicked out. I left. 78 reached out to me. Drew reached out to me. And I was like, look, man, I don't want to talk. So what I did was I left YouTube for like 6 months. Something like 6 months. Because I had to get my head together because I had a lot of stuff going on. That's just the truth. There's no shame in that. It's just the truth. So when you very, very petty people want to, there's no better organization in boxing, in boxing conversations that I see, than the LDBC. They are absolutely positively people that love boxing, that love black people. They believe what they say. They are good people. That's just period. Blue Blood TV is a good guy. I don't have to agree with everything he says, but he's a good guy. He really, truly is. He's a good guy. He's a nice guy. He really, 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 really is. When I listen to Manager Marty, I listen to a guy that was a very, very intelligent young man. He's at least 20 years younger than me. He's young. He's a kid. Yeah, I got a bald head because I'm old and the hair left. But he's a good kid. He's a good guy who's speaking his truth. And as a collective, boxing benefits from that. Because we are no longer stuck in the narrative that is provided by people other than us. But there is going to be a natural give and take, back and forth, or whatever you have to say, however you decide it, between people of color, whether they are Mexican, Asian, Black, whatever, in a sport that actually gives you the opportunity to succeed. I do not know of another profession that has this many multimillionaires crying about what's going on. These guys are all how can you say the business of boxing is going back? The model of boxing is great. It's great for us. It's great for us. Not so good for industrial society. Now contemplate that for a second. Contemplate that for a second. How is basketball good for Black American business or Mexican American business? How is it good? It's not. Because the Negro leagues, that picture is out of business. It's out of business. There is no Mexican basketball business, baseball business, soccer business. It's not. They've all been controlled by main corporate media. As far as it goes for individuals that want to get out and make a living based on how good they can do what they do, there ain't nothing better than boxing other than dope dealing or making music. That's it. Because that's the rock bottom stuff that you can get and go directly to the consumer with. Y'all don't understand business. You don't. No, playing basketball, you immediately going to play basketball is not, because you're on a team. If that team does not want to play you, if you do not fit that team's system, they can destroy you. I mean it. I sit there, I'm telling you, Mahmoud Abdul Rauf is the perfect example. If Mahmoud Abdul Rauf was a boxer, they could have never touched him. If Mahmoud Abdul Rauf was not a basketball player, but he was a boxer, they could have never touched him. Why? Because he could walk into an arena and have 30,000 people stand there, pay their $100, $200, $300 to watch him do what he does. And you couldn't have somebody like Dan Issel say, oh, he doesn't fit in my system. He doesn't fit in my system. Yeah, you can score all day, but you don't fit in my system. Because I don't like how you talk to me. I don't like how you don't stand up and clap when I sit you on the bench for no good reason. Right? I've seen this in high school games. I'm watching a junior varsity high school game where I know this kid, This kid is sitting there doing seriously, serious athlete. But because he does not fit this coach's system, he won't get any playing time. And then all he gets to sell himself to other people are the stats that coach allows him to have. Which is why you have so many young black athletes in basketball that will never get looked at, ever get looked at, because they don't know how to say, yes, boss. Yes, boss. Yes, boss. Yes, boss. I'll run runs as fast as you say run in practice. Yes, boss. Yes, boss. I'll jump as high as you want. Yes, boss. Yes, boss. I'll tell that man down there to get up off his ass. Yes, boss. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. That's why I'm saying the boxing of business is great. The boxing business is great. Let me give you a story. When I was a kid, I would not say, yes, boss. Yes, boss. That's why I love my son, because he will not say, yes, boss. Yes, boss. I will completely say something that I do not believe. I will jump out here. And I will clap. And I will say, you the best. Come on. When I don't feel that way. Yes, boss. Yes, boss. And you surprised why guys like LeBron James and these dudes and these guys, when it's really, really time to do something, what they gonna say? Yes, boss, because they have always been rewarded for being the person that will conform to what the organization or the system wants. When you refuse to say, yes, boss, then folks will come after you. Trust? Yes, they will. When you refuse to say, yes, boss. Yes, boss. Right? Allen Iverson was such a great player that he could get past it. But what did they do to Allen Iverson? They threw his ass in jail. They threw him in jail because he won't say, yes, boss. I'll be there at 6 a.m. Even though I can hit these shots and none of these dudes can guard me, and I can score all day if you would just stop being an egomaniac and get out the way and let me do it. Yes, boss. Right? So anyway, do not tell me the fact that you have all of these dudes doing what they do and tells you the business of boxing is good. The business of boxing is paying a lot of people because it is not corporate. And the fact of the matter is, and it took me a little while to think about it, but I was like, hold on, man. Why don't people like this? Because you can't control this. Because you can't control them. Because you can't control them. Let me go get to the 3 or 4 super chats that we had. T. Well said, Fanon, much love, brother. Can I get a 10 count for my bro, J. Michael, gone too soon? We saying our goodbyes tomorrow. Salute, my bros. No, T. Well, you gonna get a 20 count. Much love, T. Wells. 20 count to Michelle or J. Michael. Gone too soon. We saying our goodbyes tomorrow. Salute to my bros. Yes, sir. And John Boy said, then you came back and ran into someone more insane than you. You know what it is. You met me. You know I got it. You know I got issues. I mean, man, it is what it is, man. Yeah, that is why I like John Boy. Yeah, man. It is what it is, bro. It is what it is. Ain't no need to lie about it. Because don't nobody mean nothing. None of them do. They don't mean nothing. Hey, Sean Clark, salute you, OG. Much respect to you and your platform. Glad to seem to be doing good despite your own hurdles. That's what it is, my brother. Yes, sir, Sean Clark. Thank you, brother. And Slick Skip said, and now we here for you, brother. Thank you, Slick Skip. Bro, I appreciate you, brother. Thank you, man. And Keys to the Game Boxing said, much respect to the realist. Dog, I can't either real or you're not, bro. You're either real or you're not. And see that's how my mind works. Ain't no realist. You're either real or you're not. Michael Jackson ain't any better. There is no better between Michael Jackson and Prince. I like them both. That's a false choice. There is no better between Muhammad. There's really is no better between Muhammad Ali and Floyd Mayweather Jr. I love them both. There is no better between. That's just the argument and the conflict that comes up when people are trying to commune with one another over something greater that they love, which is the sport of basketball. Right? We love boxing. Whoever is the best that there is right now is the best right now. Whoever it was that was the best then was the best then, but then was now at the time you watched it. So there really is only the best now. And for me, the number one thing that all of these people are trying to prevent is from somebody now being the best. They want to stick it on Canelo and pause it on Canelo. Without Canelo fighting Jermall Charlo. Let's take that for a second. Little tip for you. Yes, boss, chat. We need more we need more Django's. A lot more Django's. Only the funk in the building said we don't always agree, but I would have to say Fanon is number one, the most honest boxing channels and the most highly appreciated. Salute to Blue Blood and 78. Thank you. I mean, and 78. Yeah, man. Good dudes, man. Without a doubt, good dudes, bro. Much love in that super chat. Yeah, he did. He sold more, but so what? You didn't buy but one, and I didn't buy but one. How many Michael Jackson albums did you buy? And how many Prince? I'll tell you this. How many Michael Jackson albums did I buy? All of them. How many Prince albums did I buy? Most all of them, but he put one out a week. So you know what it is. Come on, Oz. I'm sorry, man. I miss you. Come on. Give me a second. I got to find Kamal. Kamal Oz. Oh, man, I missed a whole crew. Whoa. Let me go back because there's a bunch. Orlando Pearson. Stone Alone, Brock Howard. But, guys, I got to run to work. I try to be. I'm so sorry. I left your name out. No disrespect. Yes, sir. John Boy always out there, brother. Holding it down. My man, Marcus the Villain in the building said, morning for nine, another duck or spinning in the block. For what? Man, dude, let me tell you. Blue Blood is not going to get on Manager Marty's channel. If Manager Marty wants to debate Blue Blood, he's going to have to go to Blue Blood's channel. This is how it works. That's just how it works. He's not going to do it. And the reason why he's not going to do it is because Blue Blood put the work in not to do it. It's that easy. I'll be very, very blunt with my opinion on that. Manager Marty is a legitimate dude. He knows what he's talking about and all of that. But he's the B-side. If you want to be the A-side, you have to go to Blue Blood and ask Blue Blood to get on his channel and debate him. That's it. If anybody wants to debate me, and I don't care who they are, you better come here. because I got the timeout button. I'm going to lead this conversation. You know why? Because I put the work in and I don't need you. Period. My true belief on that is Blue Blood ain't got to go to nobody's channel. Unless he says my name, then he got to come here. That's just how it goes. You say my name, you got to come here. But if anybody else says Blue Blood's name, they got to go to Blue Blood because Blue Blood earned it. He grinded. He continues to grind day in, day out. So if you want to debate Blue Blood, you got to go to Blue Blood. Flat out. If you want to debate BFTB, you should have to go to BFTB unless BFTB changes his mind. And if Blue Blood said he would go and he changed his mind, he changed his mind. That's what you get when you're the A side. And Blue Blood's the A side. That's just the truth. No different. I'm very consistent. Errol didn't duck. Errol's the A side. Terrence Crawford is propping up like he the A side. He ain't the A side. A side is over there. That's life. It's A side. If I want to talk to my brother, I got to call him. You know why? Because he's the A side. He's the one with the dough for a very long time. If he wants me to do something now, he got to call me. Why? Because I'm the A side. Because I don't need you. That's how life works. That's how deference works. Lean into understand. That's how deference and altruism works. If you're the younger buck, you got to go to the older buck. That's how it works. In wolf, do you realize that there is no alpha male? You know how people talk about alpha males in wolf packs? Shout out to Casual Geographics. Do you know there is no alpha male in a wolf pack? The people that run the wolf pack are the older dogs. Not the stronger dogs, the older dogs. The ones that can teach you how you kill, how you eat, how you feed, where to den. It's the older ones. It's not the stronger ones. It's the older ones. So in that case, no. Blue Blood's not ducking anybody. I don't know if he's ducking anybody or not, but I don't know he's not ducking Manager Marty. He's got it. Manager Marty got to go to Blue Blood and say, let me on your channel. That's how it works. No joke. But I got a lot of respect for Manager Marty because he's a bright guy. Bright guy, knows his business, all of that stuff. But that's how that works. If Devin Haney wants to fight Gervonta Davis, he got to go ask Gervonta Davis very politely. Excuse me, sir. I'd like to fight you. Because I think I can beat you. And then Gervonta can say, yeah, I'll fight you. That's how that works. And I mean it. With everybody, that's how that works. When you are the man, you are the man. And the man, being the man or the woman comes with privileges. If anybody wants to out-debate me, click the fucking link. I will murk you. I say it every day. Because you got to prove to me that you can deal with me. Because ain't nobody ever touched me, never came close to touching me. In any type of debate that y'all talking about, y'all won't come near me. All you channels that do what you do, talk what you talk, I'll tell you every day, go talk that talk over there. Don't come talk that talk to me because I'll embarrass you and you know it. All you waiting to figure out is how you're going to lose. Not if you're going to lose. How you're going to lose. How am I going to get you? I already told you how I get you. So if you want to debate me, come to me. I ain't got to go to you because ain't nobody, none of you that any of y'all think can beat me. None of you. Right? Ain't that how that goes? None of you think you can beat me. And none of you think you know anybody that can beat me because there ain't nobody. And that's the truth. And they know it. That's why they don't come near me. And that's why I'm not going to them. Because I'm the best at that. Me. Not him, not him, not him, me. And I'll tell you. And I'll tell them that. And BFTB calls me the GOAT for a reason. Because y'all can't touch him. And I will tell y'all all the time, if you want to talk to me, go through him. And can't none of y'all get past him. That's why none of y'all come near me. And I mean it. And I don't care about no debate series. I don't care about none of that. You are not as smart as me. You are not as knowledgeable as me. I listen to what you say, and I will point out every hole and every gap in your logic before you open your mouth. I will beat you in a debate without you saying a word. And you know it. I will smash you in a debate without you coming anywhere near my channel. Like fucking Professor X. I'll get in your brain and shut you down. And you know full well I did it to everybody. Every single one of you. Not none of you. Not Dan Rayfield, not Bob, not Mike Coppinger, not none of you. Have ever come close to me, ever. And you can talk to you blue in the fucking face. You'll never get me. Because you do not have the talent that I have. Because God gave it to me. And I will never lie and act like he didn't. So if Manager Marty wants to debate Blue Blood, he has to go to Blue Blood and ask him politely for a debate. Because Blue Blood has a whole lot of subscribers and a whole lot of views and works like a dog. I do not have to agree with what Blue Blood says, but I will acknowledge everything that is true about him. He works like a dog. And he has worked like a dog for years. So if you want your channel to come up the same way he came up. Work like a dog. Go to other people's channels and do what he did. Period. What is good for the goose is good for the gander. And I'm going to maintain that. What is good for the goose is good for the gander. And that ain't no shot on anybody. If you ask me to say, oh yeah, pay attention to this debate, I'll do it. I don't have a problem with that. But at the same time, you got to do what you got to do. You got to put the work in. You got to build the crowd. You got to build the audience. You got to get your name out there. You got to do what you got to do, just like he did what he had to do. Because the truth of the matter is, and I'm going to maintain this, we all just cutting a piece of the pie off of Dante's Boxing Nation. At the end of the day, everybody is really trying to figure out who's the next Dante's Boxing Nation. Because Dante's Boxing Nation is the only person that I know of that had all of these different sections of boxing fans listening to him until he did something different. Now, I challenge anybody to tell me I'm lying. That's the truth. And I want to get back to boxing. I really do. But understand, and I've been telling you this, I don't care what your name is. Leave me alone. I sit on this channel and I mind my business. If you want to sneak diss me, brother, you know damn well I've eaten your ass alive on this channel. I ate your ass alive on this channel. I literally had you turn around and tell me I agree with you, and then try to take my argument and present it as your own. So you stay your ass over there and don't come near me, because you know damn well what happens when you ever try to debate me on something I say. And you know it. And I'm talking dead in your fucking face. All of y'all. And you know it. And I take it very, very, very personally. You cannot beat me in a debate, and you know it. And you sent Bill Haney over here to get embarrassed. And I did not embarrass Bill Haney. I let Bill Haney slide. But if I wanted to embarrass y'all, you would have been fried 5 times over. Don't come near me. And I've been told you. You can tell everybody, Fanon got mental issues. Fine. Yes, he does. On the flip side of that is that I've got mental talent that you can't touch and you can't come near, and you know it. I'm a live wire when it comes to that, and you know it. So just like you ain't walking up to nobody's Deontay Wilder and start no street fight, do not come near me with your piddly brain, because I will fry it, and you know it, and I already did it. Do not make me replay the tape that I have when I destroyed you, and I destroyed him, and I destroyed him, and y'all had to find a way to figure out how you could get out of what I did to you. And fuck everybody that hears me say this right now. Some things are worth just me and you knowing. I used to be, there's cats who will get whooped in the middle of the street. Whooped in the middle of the street. But if it's just you and them, they won't tell nobody that they got whooped in the stream. They'll turn around and lie and say they won. But you know full well what happened to you. You know full well. All of you at one time. 50 of you at the same time. Surrounding me in a debate with at least 15 people. And I ate all of y'all for dinner at the same time on y'all's channel. And you know it. And everybody knew it. The whole chat knew it. And you walked away silent. At the end of the day, y'all wouldn't even, at the end of the chat, you wouldn't even talk. You wouldn't even talk. Because I would tell you, don't try this, don't try that, don't try this, don't try this. I bodied one dude in his barbershop in about 20 seconds. Didn't I? Didn't I? I bodied somebody in their barbershop in about 10 seconds. Leave me alone. Y'all go sell what y'all want to go sell to somebody else. Because I don't fall for none of that. And you know I know your game better than you do. Because I'm better at your game than you are. Tell me I'm lying. But at the end of the day, if you want to go get somebody, you got to go get them. Because you got to earn it. I earned it. I earned it. Q. What's going on, Q? I'm going to slide down because I snapped. Sorry. I listen to you talk. I don't appreciate it. I listen to you talk. I don't appreciate it. I'll put a link in right now and none of y'all will come nowhere near me. And you know it. Don't always agree, but I would say for now, okay, I got that, brother. My bad. Let me slide down because I snapped. John Boy, Orlando Pearson, you didn't hear this, but damn, them drugs good. Ah, not me. Doesn't matter, bro. He can change his mind at any time. He's the man. You're not the man. That's how that works. Man, shut up. Man, please. Whatever. Show up, Mr. Plant. Show your ass up. Fuck out of my face. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. No, ridiculous. Oh, strap season, bro. Anyway, I'm done. Come on, I said, are you going to read my super chat? Hey, hold up, man. Hold up, man. Hold up, man. Stop. Just love the intellect and been here for years. I'm happy. I'm happy you're back. Sorry about that, bro. No worries, man. Man, please. Like I said, come here. The link's in the chat. Oh, yeah, I had to out BFTB. I told you I'll out BFTB. Kamal Oz said, are you going to read my chat, man? I'm going to slide back to Kamal Oz, bro. Only the funk said, we don't always. Okay, I got. Thank you, brother. Kamal Oz. Damn, Kamal. It's way back there when I already flipped, bro. Hold on. Pause. Oh, I got you, bro. That one. Oh, my bad. Oh, okay. No, I didn't get that. I didn't. I saw it, but I didn't get it. Thoughts on Kenny Porter saying Errol Spence Jr. fought a different version of Showtime Sean than Terrence Crawford? It's obvious. That's obvious, Kamal Oz. Everybody knows that. That's obvious. Because that was a war that Sean Porter went through at the end of his career, and he needed hip surgery. So of course he did. I just did a video. You'll see it later today. But there's literally no other way to look at that. And my take on it is this. Errol Spence Jr. earned it. What's going on, Knockout TV? He earned it. He earned it. And that's what people want to take from you. Errol Spence Jr. and Sean Porter had a war that Errol Spence Jr. won. And Errol took a lot out of the tank of Sean Porter. Sean Porter has said it. Errol said it. Derek James said it. They've all said it. So if they've all said it, then why does anybody doubt it? We all know that's how the human body works. If you only have a certain amount of fights in you, you only have a certain amount of you only have so much time on this earth. Back from only so much time on this earth, you only have so much time, so many rounds in your body. And when you go through a war, that war has its effects on you. It has effects on you. That's why these older boxers that people are talking about are in the Hall of Fame and all of that are running around with speech impediments, body impediments. Those things are a result of the wars that you suffer in the ring. But when it comes to Errol Spence, people somehow forget that notion that, look, dude, that's a war. They both lost a lot in that. They lost a lot in that. That's why a lot of these bang, bang, shoot 'em up type fighters don't last for a long time because of the wars they go through. So the idea that Sean Porter went through a war with Errol, he had been through a war with Danny. He had been not just Errol, right? But he was been through a war with Errol. He was through a war with Danny. He was in a war with with Keith Thurman, and he was in a war with Adrian Bronner. He was in a war with Keith Thurman. With Kell Brook. If you look at all of the really, really, really good fighters that Sean Porter fought, Terrence Crawford was the last. So it's not just that he fought, that Errol beat him up. It's that Danny Garcia was landing shots on him. Keith Thurman was landing shots on him. Kell Brook was landing shots on him. Adrian Bronner knocked him down. All of those guys can hit. And all of those guys were hitting Sean Porter. So the very last in the line is Terrence Crawford. So Terrence Crawford fans want to see that basically say it's a cliff. Okay? And in the beginning of your boxing career, you're standing about 30 feet away from the cliff. Depending on how hard the fight is, the closer you get to that cliff. So Kell Brook was the first one, knocks him back closer to that cliff. Then he goes and he fights Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman knocks him closer to that cliff. Then you got Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia knocks him closer to that cliff. After he fights Danny Garcia, he fights Errol Spence. Errol Spence Jr. pushes him right up on that cliff. And then Terrence Crawford, he fights Terrence Crawford. And then Terrence Crawford knocks him off. And you want to give Terrence Crawford all the credit for knocking him off the cliff, but not the other people that knocked him all the way to the cliff. That's like in a basketball game, you got a guy, you literally got somebody playing defense, right? A center playing defense. You don't get to score. You can't score. You can't score. You can't score. Driving these guys score down. And then at the end of the day, at a close game, a guard comes up and hits the game-winning shot, and you want to give all the credit to the guard that hit the game-winning shot and say nothing about the center that was rebounding, blocking shots, and scoring for all 4 quarters. That's the highlight mentality. That's the best I can do with that one, brother. Michael Ray in the building said, keep doing what you're doing, bro. Thank you, brother. Yeah, I snapped a little bit today, bro, because I get tired of all y'all lying, man. Like, the lying is just over the top. It's just, you guys just, it's over the top. Leave me alone, bro. What's up, Fanon? Salute. Hey, I'm here for the boxing, brother. Thank you, bro, for that support, man. Thank you. Y'all are the most important people on YouTube boxing. Y'all. John Boyd said, Fanon, you've been talking about that. I don't know, been talking about what? What I meant to say, it was King Kong don't got ish on me since you cussing already. My bud pussy is an itch. Hey, did I cuss? I cussed a couple times. Slick Skip, Fanon, remember mom is watching. Man, my mother knows. She all right. I get sick of cats though, bro. I listen to y'all talk. I spend 5 minutes listening to you guys talk, and it's like, just shut up, man. You clown. Kamal, Zenith, Chillville, be easy in the building. What's good, bro? Yeah, having a great resume comes at a cost. You take a lot of punishment. Sean been equally aggressive with Bud, but just like he was with Errol, his father just making excuses. Man, stop, bro. He ain't making excuses. That's what that man believes. Why would he make an excuse? Jay Miller in the building. Much love in his super chat. He said, guys with the come forward, scrappy style usually have short tenures, in the game. That's what made guys like Manny a phenom, usually unusual tenures. Yeah, that and the fact, he got a little something extra, bro. Anyway, man, sorry about that, man. I had to go in on that for a little bit. I had to get that off my chest. Yeah, Jeffrey Brooks is definitely the biggest Bud apologist that there is. Man, I'm telling you, man, Bud could literally be on tape and is on tape. Look, bro. Watch this, man. Bud is literally on tape saying that the fight will never happen. And you all are still making excuses for him saying that. Am I lying? Here's the link. Watch this link because I can't wait. Here's a link. My prediction is there will literally be nothing but friends that will hit that link. Nah, Jeffrey Brooks, you ain't spitting facts, bro. If a man says he never wants to fight, bro, I think you're his uncle. Jeffrey, him saying it is on your channel. Nah, it's him saying it isn't on my channel because I don't take. Oh, maybe my nephew put it up in the shorts. Shout out to my nephew Jew that does the shorts. I don't see all the shorts because my nephew does all the shorts. I have a partner on the channel, and he does the shorts. I don't do the shorts. He puts up shorts every day. There's the link. Now look. Can somebody tell me if I literally did not call out everybody? I literally called out everybody. I'm going to put a link in the chat again. I literally called out everybody in the most insulting fashion that I can muster. And I promise you, let's see if they hit that link. Let's see if they hit that link. Slick Skips, I'm gonna have to say this again. When you fight Spence, you're F for life. You ain't. Oh, okay. What's going on? Sports Haven MOB. What's going on, man?
What's going on, brother? How you doing today? Happy New Year's to you, brother.
Man, happy belated New Year's. How you doing, brother?
Yeah, man. I just wanted to jump on your show. Sorry about that. I've watched your show for a couple of years now.
Yes, sir.
And I'm gonna go ahead and take my screen off if that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine. I see who you are. That's what's up.
Okay. Yeah. I've been watching your show for a few years now, and I'm a fan of yours for the most part. Rather I agree.
For the most part.
Yeah, for the most part. Well, we men, so we always got our own thought process.
For sure.
Yeah. So I just wanted to jump on here real quick with you. I'm a Terrence Crawford fan, right? But I believe at 147, when they fight, I give the edge to Spence. I think he's the king of 147. I think he's a little bit more sound, and I just give the edge. I think both of them are going to have to show championship grit in that fight. I think both of them are going to have to pull down deep. I just give the edge to Spence in a split decision. But with that being said, what I disagree with you is that Terrence Crawford is a monster, and I don't want to. I think that's a bad look when we say, "Oh, well, Porter ain't the same," or Spence fought Mikey, and Mikey was coming up 2 weight classes. I just think that just take away from it, because Porter was in good shape, and you could make an argument that he might have been even winning the fight.
I don't understand your question. Can you repeat it?
Well, no, sorry, I really ain't got a question. I was just making a statement.
What's your statement? I don't understand your statement.
I think it's a bad look. Not just when someone takes away from Terrence Crawford win over Porter, when Porter looked like he did in all his other fights. I mean, I think that I think from a stylistic standpoint, Porter doesn't have enough power, even in his prime or his best Porter. He don't have enough power. He put pressure on Crawford, but he don't have enough power. And he's not skilled enough. He wasn't never skilled enough to beat Crawford. So I think when we say, "Oh, well, he wasn't the same Porter," I think that's a cop-out.
Do you think it's not true?
I mean, I don't think it's enough to make. I think because it's to me, it's like when Spence beat.
No, I'm asking you a question. Do you think that it is? Because I want to get out of the world of I want to get out of all that subjective stuff. Do you think that it is not true?
Okay. So
do you think that Sean Porter was in the prime of his career when he fought Errol Spence Jr. and that he was unaffected by all the other fights that he had? I mean, do you think that's not true?
No, I don't think it's true enough. I think he's missed a step or two. But if that's the case, that goes for Spence, that goes for Bud, that goes for everybody that step in the ring when they get age on them. Bud ain't no spring chicken.
So you do think that it's true that he wasn't the same guy?
I say he wasn't on point. He lost a step. Yeah, I guess.
There you go. That's all he's saying. He lost a step. So you agree with him?
Yeah, but not. Do you think did Bud lose a step?
Yes, I've been saying I think Bud lost a step, but that's not the point. The point is that his father said that he was not as good. He was not in the same condition or as close to what he was when he fought Spence. That's the issue. So the question is a simple yes or no. If you believe that Sean Porter was not in the same condition that he was in Errol Spence in the Keith Thurman, in the Terrence Crawford fight, then you agree with what his father said. You may not like that his father said it. You may think that's like why you may not like that he said it, but you agree that what he said is true.
Well, for now, let me ask you this: is there a difference between losing a step and being in better condition? Because let me just say this:
I don't know. You asked me a question, and you said, "Let me say this." Let's go back to the question you asked. Let me answer the question before you say anything. What was your question?
You can lose a step. There's a lot of fighters, there's a lot of athletes that lost a step that got better with age because of their conditioning and their knowledge and their IQ. Do you agree?
If you've lost a step, you've lost a step.
Hold on. So you disagree then that an athlete, boxing, football, basketball, whatever the case may be, you can lose a step, but due to an IQ of the game, you actually can get better even though you lose a step.
Let's back this up.
Mm-hmm.
If you mean by lose a step,
yeah,
as in literally you lose a little bit of your speed in your step,
that's right.
Or do you mean literally that you are not as able to handle yourself in a ring as you were before? Now,
I
if
mean,
you
you
talk
lose a
about,
step.
I want to get back to, first of all, I'm not talking about in generalities, okay?
Mhm.
I'm going to talk about Sean Porter and Sean Porter specifically, because
Okay.
the issue is not whether or not I think it happens somewhere in the world.
Yeah.
A whole bunch of stuff happens out in the world, but that doesn't mean it happened to Sean Porter. So let's talk about Sean Porter and Sean Porter specifically.
Fair enough.
Sean Porter said that he knew before he got into the ring with Errol Spence Jr. that he needed hip surgery.
Mm-hmm.
So he is saying physically, I was not up to par. His trainer is saying that his father and trainer said that Terrence Crawford, that he could not get Sean Porter to run hills. He couldn't get him to train the way that he needed to train in order to compete for a championship.
Mm-hmm.
So based on what they said, Sean Porter was over the hill.
Wow.
You are, I think, conflating the idea as it relates to Sean Porter, whether or not he had lost a step or whether he was over the hill.
Well, I don't want to be conflating, brother. I want you to put words in my mouth. I ain't trying to.
No, I'm not putting words in your mouth. I'm telling you what I think.
Yes, sir.
That you're confusing.
Okay.
I didn't say you said it.
Okay.
I said I think that you are confusing it.
I'm with you.
There is a difference between losing a step, but yet gaining understanding of the game and learning how to adjust for that, versus you being over the hill. Because at a certain point in time, if you can have all the knowledge in the world, see everything coming, but you can't do anything about it because you need hip surgery.
But his hips didn't look like they was bothering him in that fight, bro. Now, I ain't gonna call the man a liar and all that. I'm just saying,
you are calling him a liar if you say that it did. Well, you're not calling him a liar. But here's the fact.
Yeah.
Look, bro, I don't want to deal with, like, first you try to move me off and get me to talk about, do I think this could happen somewhere in boxing? Yes, it could happen somewhere in boxing. All I'm telling you is this is what Derek James said. Now, do you remember the fight that took place between Terrence Crawford for Sean Porter, between Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford? Do you remember he had a fight?
Who was that? Terrence?
No, Sean Porter had a fight between the two.
Yeah, I remember he fought somebody. I can't think of his name. It wasn't no big name or nothing like that.
What happened in the fight?
Then it went the distance. He looked a little suspect in that fight.
You go.
Yeah.
So he fights Errol. He takes a fight with pretty much a nobody, looks suspect, and then he fights Terrence. The effect of it showed in the fight between the two. He didn't look like a killer in the fight. He didn't agree.
Like a killer.
Yeah, he didn't look like. What did he say?
I said he ain't never looked like a killer.
Really?
I think he's a good fighter. I respect him. I think he puts. I think he's a sound fighter. I think his resume is one of the best in his era. I don't have nothing bad to say about him.
He's a two-time world champion, brother.
Yeah, I get that. I'm saying, hey, I just said, to me, he's not a killer. That's all. But let me say this.
You don't want to use the word killer.
Yeah, did
he look as if he was in his prime?
Okay.
And sharp in the fight between the Errol Spence Jr. fight and the Terrence Crawford fight?
No.
There you go. So if he didn't look sharp against the guy in between, it's reasonable. I'm not saying wouldn't you say it would be reasonable to believe that could be because of the fact that he fought a whole bunch of other fights in his career and maybe he was over the hill?
I don't have a debate with reasonable. That's a fair breakdown. I don't have no beef with that, brother.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. And I'm not telling you that I know it's true or not. All I know is true is that Sean Porter said it. Sean Porter said it. Kenny Porter said it. Derek James said it. Because Derek James said, look at the fight that took place between. He wasn't the same fighter after we beat him up. And you can look at most of the other fighters that Errol Spence Jr. fought. They're not the same after you take that type of whooping. And that's just
I don't think he I thought I gave edge to Spence because of that knockdown. I thought before that knockdown it could have went either way.
You can say who won the fight, but you can't deny that beating he took.
Well, I don't know if he took. I feel like he didn't take. I feel like they both was neck and neck. But let me say this, Fanon. Thank you for letting me come on your show. I'm not going.
Oh, no worries, brother. Thank you for coming on the sport.
I'm a fan of yours, and continue up the good work, my brother. And thank you for letting me on.
Yes, sir, man. You take care of yourself, bro. Holler at you. Holler at you. Shamir, what's going on, bro?
Hey.
You. I gotta kick you out. Oh, you're back. You're back now.
You can hear me?
Yes, sir. What's up?
Man, listen, man. These Bud fans, I don't know what's going on when he fight, but he put casting a delusional spell on y'all. It's crazy. Like he literally, I watched him the last 5 years hold up a whole division. Everybody else is fighting each other, besides Thurman. But everybody else is fighting each other now, and he's holding up a whole division.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Yeah, like I don't understand, man. That's all I wanted to say. I've been supporting you for 4 years.
Thank you. Hey, Shamir, I see you, brother. Thank you, man.
Yeah, that's all I wanted to say, man. Like this, I watch you every morning, and it's the same old crap with Bud fans. Same stuff, nothing new.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank
hey,
you,
man. Well, let me come back again, man.
All right.
All right, bro. Get back with you, man. That was fun. Flatline Promotions. You just got to click the link right there, bro. You got to click the link. Kamal, hush. I'm speaking my mind like everybody else. I'm speaking on the rabid anti-hate. You mean hate, not anti-hate. Hate, anti-bud. Hate dudes. Where'd this go? Where'd it go? Hate dudes in these chats every dang day. Again, go tell somebody else I got me. Hey, man, look, y'all don't need to argue about that, man. Yeah, absolutely. Zen360, we can't talk about how awards take something out of you without them crying, we mistreating Bud, but they got that ninja on it. Y'all funny. All right, bro. So like I said, ain't none of y'all really coming. I appreciate that though, man. What was the name of the dude again that came on in one of the little itty bitty bit of smoke? Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, man. So look, here's the link, man. Y'all want to get on here and chop it up? Let's chop it up. But other than that, I'm gonna get back to what I said about before I freaked out. About the business of boxing being very good. Oh my God, what? For real? You kidding me? Nuke Juice in the building? You gotta be kidding me, man.
What's good, bro?
Man, I ain't never seen. Hey, man, what's going on, man? How's the business cooking you, man?
Business is good. Business is good. I've been taking a little bit of a step back from that as my business partner has been really pushing it ahead. My day job's been killing me, but I just wanted to jump on here and say hi. I never met you in person. I know we've chatted, and I just wanted to say hi, bro.
Man.
Yeah, man.
Hey, man,
you're doing a good job, man. I'm glad you came back. I'm glad, all the mental health issues are past you or you're attenuating them. And man, it's good to see you, bro. And you're doing good. And it's really enjoyable to hear from you in the morning. And keep up the good work, man.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that, Nuke Juice. Seeing you, man. And you, Che, that's a cigar, right? That's a Cuban, right?
Right. Right.
That's my guy, man. So that's what's up, man. So what else you got going on, man?
Not much, man. Family is good. The wife is good. She's taking care of her mother right now in Arizona. I'm stuck taking care of all my little dogs, and just kicking it, man. Just living a good life, just trying to get to where you're at, man. Just peaceful and in 50, just growing into that.
Yes, sir, man. Man, you get your ups and your downs, I actually had, man, my mother, my former mother-in-law just passed away, man, after having dealt with like dementia for several years. So yeah,
my
man.
Condolences, bro.
Yeah, man. Now you're in the phase where you got to take care. In the 50s, you got to take care of kids, and you also got to worry about your parents. So it's like that, that phase of it, man. But it's good, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I mean,
brother.
I just want to say, my father-in-law passed away like a few months after our wedding, and I could totally understand where you're coming from. And it's hard, but everybody goes through it. That's how I think about it. It's not like I'm the only one that's ever gone through any of the hardships that I have. It's just that, it's just part of life, and you just gotta take more of a Buddhist type of philosophy. Just take whatever life gives you, and just carry on.
Yeah, man. Ain't no joke about that, man. It's good. I had a great conversation. with my wife this morning. She's like, "Are you going to take the day off?" And I was like, no. And I went through this conversation where they're like, this is a time where, like, you know, when you finally, like, you have the ability to do something versus like you trying to get to the point where you have something that you really like, where it's a grind, you know what I mean? But, you know, you'll hit a point, like, especially with that business that you have, and I'm sure other businesses and things that you do in your career, where you just get to the point where it's like kind of homeostasis, where it's like, okay, yeah, like this is the good time in life. Everything's kind of clicking. I'm not aspiring to anything, you know, but at the same time, I'm not disintegrating into something else. So yeah, it's a beautiful time, bro. But I appreciate you coming by, man.
Yeah, no problem. And I don't want to hold it up for anybody else. Just wanted to say hi, and thanks to chat. Chat's always great too. So and John Bowie's always the best. So wish you all a good weekend and have fun.
All right, man. You take care, brother.
Peace.
Slicks, hold on one second before what's going on. I'm gonna put both dudes on at the same time, man. So I don't have to have everybody wait. Slicks said, remember, mom is watching. Yeah, I got you, brother. Slick Skip said I only read part of his thing. I got you, bro. I'm gonna get to the business of boxing in a second. So what's going on, man?
What's going on there?
I'm chilling, Omar. I know what Jeffrey's gonna say, so I wanted to talk to you for a quick second.
Yeah. I see. You must know what he's gonna say.
Oh, I know what he's gonna do.
Hey,
excuses. He got knocked out.
Buzz, hey, hold on for a second. I gotta put Bud's uncle on pause for a second. What's going on, Omar?
What's going on? I just want to say that you so right about Errol Spence, the dudes that fight Errol after they fight him. They're not the same. And I'm a Bud fan. but I'm an Errol fan too. And I see what's going on. But the only thing I say is, you know, that Kell Brook, when he fought Kell Brook, then you see Kell Brook kept coming over his hand with that same little hook. He kept coming over there. He kept it coming over until he finally started getting in this little rhythm and popping the body and shooting it, you know what I'm saying, the straight right up through there. But you know, my man a dog. Crawford dog, man. Crawford dog, man. And I'm gonna tell you, Errol, we don't know, is Errol still the same? We don't know if he's the same. You know what I'm saying? Because that dude, Uga, whatever his name, he gave him a little fight, but Errol destroyed him like he normally walk him down and destroy all the rest of them. But Crawford, that it needs to happen, man. But the thing about it, it ain't gonna never happen. But so I don't know why they act like that, but Bud and Errol are both dogs. Both of them mean. But I think Crawford a little meaner. He a little meaner. And the skills are about the same. I think the skills are about the same for what they can do and counter the other one's attack. It just gonna have to play out. Yeah. I think Errol got a better chin. I think Errol got a better chin, but he still got to prove that he can get to him and hurt him.
We ain't gonna have to worry about that because Bud ain't gonna fight.
Yeah, so, they ain't gonna fight. I already know they ain't gonna fight.
About all that. And this is my whole thing to that. I understand. Look, let's face it, man. Don't nobody really want to see this Keith Thurman and Errol Spence fight.
Yes, I do.
I want to see that. I want to see that.
Not over Bud and Crawford. Not
over Bud. Oh no, not over Bud.
So this is my whole thing. Go ahead, get him back to the table one last time, since Steve said, look, it's not going to take this long. We're not going to hold it up this long next time we do negotiation with Bud. It's going to be straight to the point. Go ahead, put him back to the table real quick.
Okay.
Make the fight. If he ain't making the fight, goodbye then. Why wait till after you fight Keith Thurman, and then let's see. Go ahead and get it out the way now.
Yeah, and then see, that's the whole point. I think if they come to it, because I don't think both of them want to fight each other. I really think both of them want to fight each other. It's just politics of boxing, man. It's holding it back, man.
I've been saying that.
It's holding back. You don't think Crawford want to fight Errol?
Bud said he is past it. That fight is never going to happen. So no, he turned down the fight. He said the fight ain't never going to happen. Ben turned it down. No, I don't believe it.
Well, let them spar then.
Dang.
No,
Let them spar.
I
Let
don't
them spar. I
understand.
bet you
That's
they're both.
That's the problem. He out here trying to get. They out here trying to get props on sparring Shakur Stevenson. Look, man, the man said he did not want to fight and he turned the fight down. What else am I supposed to believe? I'm telling you, man, I don't get this. I don't get it. It's that simple. The man said, when do you see the fight happening? Never. I'm past.
Okay. A couple, I guess it's been about a year or two, when they met face to face and Crawford told him, call Al, set it up. Come on, let's get it rolling. What happened with that? What happened?
You saw what happened. They negotiated and he turned the fight down and went to fight.
Yeah, because they were trying to shortchange that man.
He turned the fight down and said he didn't say it was money. He said it was for about whatever reason. He said he's past it. I don't want the fight. I never see the fight happening. He turned the fight down. That's what that was.
That was after the all the negotiations they were doing or whatever. That was after that. But when they met down after that fight,
like I don't even understand. How can y'all do this? If it's happened in any other area in life, y'all wouldn't have a question. You say, hey, young lady, would you like to go to bed with me? She says, never. It's never going to happen. And then
he did say that. Now he did say that.
And then she says, no. When you asked her, she says no. And she goes with somebody else. Any other scenario, you would be like, what is the reason it didn't happen? The reason it didn't happen is the chick said no. Bud said no. Will y'all stop trying to get around the fact that man said
no? He did say that. I heard out of his own mouth. He said no. I heard him say that.
But Bud don't know how far the business side. That's not his expertise. And you know what I'm saying? The fighter. I'm not taking nothing away from him as a fighter.
Me either.
I'm saying he needs somebody. He needs somebody. He needs somebody. He do need to be represented. He need to be. He does need to be represented to make this fight.
Hold on, man.
He really do. He need to. He really do. He really do.
Hold on, man. Stop.
He needs to be represented.
Y'all
the right way.
In the area of excuses.
No, that's it.
Y'all you agree area of excuses. Like you said, Jeff. Excuses. The man said, I do not see this fight ever happening. The man turned down the fight, but yet and still, you trying to find a way to get around the fact that the man said no to the fight, and before saying no to the fight, he said he was gonna say no to the fight.
Well, before that, when they first started, when he was hunting Errol. He was hunting Errol, man.
Man, that man
hunting that dude, man.
Was he?
Hunting that dude, man.
He was hunting him because he stopped hunting him.
You know why? The money wasn't right.
Yes, I know why.
Money wasn't right. And then he got time to negotiate with it. He said, I'm through with it. I don't need Errol. That's what he said. He got tired of it and said, I'm through with it. I don't need Errol. I can do my own thing.
Oh, so let me get this right. So he said, I'm never going to make the fight before negotiations started. And then
he didn't say that.
Yes, he did. Yeah, he did.
So when he met Errol down there after that fight, when they were face to face, what did he say? Call Al. Call him. He said, call him.
Errol Spence said, call Al.
No, what's the name is with Al. So he told Crawford was right there. I can't think of who he said was wrong.
Why would Terrence Crawford tell him to call Al?
So that's who we are, man.
Why would Terrence Crawford tell Errol Spence to call Al?
Because that's who signed his check, ain't it?
Al works for Errol.
That's who signed his check, though, ain't it? Who paying? Who pay Errol?
Errol. Errol plays Al.
What's his promotion? What's Errol promotion? Man down, scrap season. What is it?
It's him. He's the promoter. Al Heyman is the promoter. Al Heyman is the advisor in the
man down. Yeah.
Look, man. I don't know how many. If you guys are going to continue to accept that a man that turned down the fight, and told you ahead of time he was never going to fight him, and took a fight with another guy, wanted the fight. I mean, I don't know what else to say, bro. Like, come on, man. You guys, yeah, don't do this in any other area of your life. No other area of your life should you ever take this approach. Then somebody tells you no, and you're never gonna hire you, and then you apply and they say no, and then you turn around and say, oh, well, they really wanted to hire me. No, they didn't. They told you no, and then they told you no, and they told you no. Terrence Crawford has never told Errol Spence Jr. not one time yes. Come on, man. This is basic. This is basic.
I just know what I seen when they was face to face. I didn't know what I seen when they was face to face.
Oh yeah, the Hooker fight.
You know what y'all are?
What fight was that?
I like
y'all. That was the Hooker fight up in Oklahoma.
Don't take this the wrong way.
Yeah.
But y'all are like abused housewives. He keep beating on you. He keep beating on you, sleeping with other women, but yet you keep saying he loves you. Okay? He don't. Okay? He don't love you, man. She don't love you.
I'm not. I'm not denying. I'm not denying that he did, Bud did everything as far as getting out of there and leaving. But my whole thing the whole time was what all these sources was reporting about what's going on behind it. I said we shouldn't believe them because it was false reports coming out all about this fight the whole time of the fight dates, when it was going to start. It was going to start, it was supposed to be in September, then October.
Hold on 1 second.
Your boy Mike Carpenter, who was a reliable source to you at the time. Right? Because you said you were a reliable source at the time.
Carpenter just worked for ESPN.com. He tied in with Top of it.
Excuse me. No, look. I'm almost because upper echelon and flatline promotions, I'm gonna let y'all come on here and cook for a little while because I haven't done this in a minute. However, dude, Bud said those dates. Bud did. Bud's team were the ones that said October 19th, September, October, and November. That all came from Bud.
Okay, why didn't nobody agree to them dates then?
Why didn't he agree to the dates?
If you said Bud, I'm saying you said Bud put them dates out. Why Earl never did cash in on that one of them dates? Make him honor them dates.
Yeah, Crawford didn't agree to terms. That's why.
I know because the money went right. That's right.
Come on, and I'm gonna let upper echelon come on, and I'm gonna get off, and I'm gonna let y'all argue about this stupidity.
I remember Mike Carpenter. I remember Mike Carpenter coming up with them dates.
Hey, I appreciate you letting me come on here too, man. I appreciate that.
Man, no worries, man. I haven't done it in a minute, bro. But
Hey,
I'll let y'all
hey, Fernand, that was me in the Cash App, brother.
I'll be right back.
That was me in the Cash App, Fernand. Brothers, how y'all doing today, man? Y'all
all right.
Y'all ever heard of
doing good? I'm doing good.
Deniability?
See, no, what I gotta say is that
No, hold on for a second. Have you heard of deniability?
Hey, let Flatline Promotions go for a second, man. Go ahead, Flatline.
What I gotta say is that all the dates that I've heard about the fight came from Terrence Crawford's side. There was no information really that came out from the PBC side. All the information about dates came from Top Rank and Terrence Crawford's team. So it never made sense that he would want to be the one to want to have to take the fight when it's Terrence Crawford that has to be the one to sign the fight, because it's PBC that's given the contract to Terrence Crawford. They were just the ones exposing the dates, which I don't think was good for business. But ultimately, what I think this fight really needed was promotion. I never thought this fight was going to happen this year. I always thought it was going to happen next year, because I believe they need at least a year to be able to promote both Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence fighting. But from all the things that happened with the fight, now I really believe Terrence Crawford didn't want to fight. At first I did, because I thought he actually was a real dude. Like, I thought he was about that life. But since he didn't take the fight for November or for January and February, that's when I knew, okay, this guy probably doesn't want to fight. Because all that time, they could have been building up the fight. We should have been seeing promotion, but none of that was happening because obviously they were having problems with the contract. So what do you guys have to say about that?
So you saying Crawford is scared to fight Earl? I seen Crawford tell Benedict, you want to go out back right here? Yeah, I'm gonna make you for you want to make your fight. Crawford is a dog, man.
This is
Ain't
what
no
I
fight.
want to say right here, bro.
Ain't no fighting
Hey,
skill.
hold on one
No
second,
fighting
man. I
skill,
gotta do
man.
two
Fighting. It's
things.
business that got to get taken care of at the end of the day.
Business.
Hold
And
on one
and the
second.
reason why this fight did not go down, in my opinion, was a guarantee. Terrence Crawford wanted a guarantee.
See,
Exactly.
Guarantees when he was with Top Rank, when he was at those two contracts with Top Rank, he had guarantees.
okay, bro. Let me holler at y'all about this.
Hold
real
on, man. 1 second. John Boy said the only two juries that believe it wasn't rape and it was surprise sex. Like, man, come on, man. Y'all are bugging. And my man, I'm here for the boxing. How was the money not right? How the money wasn't right? Bud never had that much money offered to him before Spence, and the money was the best option for him.
Listen, I did the calculations for this fight. He could have made upwards of $22 million. Terrence Crawford, if they were to do at least 600,000 pay-per-view buys, he could have done upwards of $22 million and more.
All right,
He didn't trust you. He didn't trust
So
you.
for
let
him
me
to
hit it with
turn
this
that
time,
down,
right?
That's what it
All
was.
right,
He
see,
didn't trust you. He
hold
wanted
on, bro.
upfront money.
Let me get this point across real quick. I've
the
been holding
upfront money
this
is not
right?
where
This is what I want to tell
it's
y'all,
not where
right?
boxers make their
From
money from. It's
okay, but
always
this
the back end. Floyd's been
but
saying
they
this for
make
how
money from
long? He's
different
been
things,
fighting for
bro.
almost 2 decades. Most of the
But
money comes from the back end. The
Yep.
upfront
it
money
comes
is
from
just to
back
show
end,
you
it comes
guys.
from promotions, it comes from all different things right there. But the thing is, Terrence Crawford right here, he may have wanted this fight when he thought Errol Spence was that same Errol Spence that was missing weight training and all that, the one that fought Mikey Garcia and the one that fought Sean
That's
Porter,
right.
the one that didn't have no strength and conditioning. But
Yeah.
then when he seen that Ugas situation, he started thinking about his brittle body, because you heard what Earl told him in the face off. He talked about Earl, you ain't gonna be able to hit me with that little to the body, and he said you too small. And what he tell him? He said Floyd wasn't small, and he told that man you not Floyd. And Terrence started thinking about that because Floyd caught them hands too. But Terrence Crawford, he showed he didn't want that fight because, man, they had the daggone Earl beat that man in April. If Terrence Crawford wanted that fight the way he claimed he wanted that fight, it wouldn't have took that long to make a deal. That man was procrastinating and he was pushing the date back just so he could use one deal to levy another deal like he did with ESPN and Top Rank. The same way he levied the Earl Spence with Top Rank and ESPN, and he got the guaranteed money right there. That
Exactly.
little guaranteed money that he getting right there was nothing. They offered him a guarantee. He chose not to take the guarantee. He everything that he asked for, he came full circle back around. They offered the man 3 different contracts. One was with guarantee. They gave, and then they said finally, okay, look, you want too much money. When he turned down to 15, they was like, look, you want too much money. Look, this is what we're gonna do. Since you say you a boss, and this is what bosses do, since y'all talking about people don't get contract, when you own your company, can't nobody guarantee you nothing. So when you own a company and you a boss, then that means you take all the risk on yourself. That means you're not getting a guarantee. That means you and the person you're going in with is assuming all the risk. That means y'all not getting a guarantee. But y'all split everything that comes back and y'all pay people off top. Y'all pay people the guaranteed payments because y'all taking in all the revenue. You don't get a guarantee when you're a boss. When you get a guarantee, that means you're still a middleman. You're still a worker. And that's what Terrence Crawford couldn't get through his head. He's talking about, I'm my own boss. No, you're not your own boss. You're still a puppet. And you trying to sell this daggone fight away, and you giving up all that extra money that he don't know. That's why I refused to give him a bad deal. Because he knew if he gave that man a bad deal, and that's one more thing that the Bud would be crying about. Talking about, oh man, we only got 20, he got 80. Yeah. And see, they sitting there promoting stealing fights and everything, talking about boycotting and talking about daggone fire sticking the man fight. When the man said he supports all their fights. That's what I'm saying. It's just a team full of haters, and they realized that they wanted to have Earl's spot. When Earl got in that car accident, they thought that was going to elevate Terrence Crawford. But when Earl was in that car accident, you see boxing and Terrence Crawford's name went down. Did nobody talk about him? His name is synonymous with Errol Spence. He made his career synonymous with Errol Spence. They're on a parallel course and they have to crash. And he's been riding this out too long, and he knows what's going to happen at the end of this thing. Because once he gets beat by Errol, then everything that he done talk will be for naught, because you never seen him in a 50-50 fight. And when he gets in there with Errol, he gets exposed, and everybody going to be like, well, how good was he really? And that's what's it. So he's probably ready to retire without people knowing the flaws and the gist of his fight game. That man didn't want that fight. If two men want to fight, they can make it happen. That man didn't make it happen, dog. Stop making excuses for that, man. That's like you going out with a woman and she telling you ain't gonna get no ass, and you still going out with her, and you buying her food, you trying to get her drunk and everything, and then at the end of the night you get mad because she don't give you nothing. She told you earlier she wasn't give you nothing. That was you that would want to listen. And that's the same thing Crawford doing, dog.
Yeah, he don't want the fight, man. Honestly, he doesn't want to get beat like how you guys got beat, how Kelber got beat. He knows he's gonna lose something in that fight, and that's the reason why he doesn't want to take it. Because ultimately, every single fighter that Errol Spence has fought, they were not the same after, and that's a fact. So it's just he don't want to be in that same position, just like these other fighters. So
My
the
whole
best thing
thing
he
is,
could do.
so do y'all really think that he really ducked out of the fight for lesser money? Is what y'all saying? You know what I'm saying?
He ain't get.
He took another fight for lesser money. Is what y'all saying?
Well,
that man
obviously
over
he
$5
did
million,
because
bro. He got
obviously he did. This fight is not the biggest fight, but it's at least a $50 million fight. These guys could have both made about $30 million if they really promoted a fight. The biggest thing with this fight was promotion, and that's what Terrence Crawford didn't want to do. He didn't want to be part of promoting the fight. He just wanted to get a guaranteed $20 million and call it a day. He didn't care about the pay-per-view. He didn't care about the promotion. He doesn't want to do no work.
But where those numbers come from? You know what I'm saying? Because Team Crawford, we getting slave deals. We getting offered slave deals, right? Remember when they were saying that? So that's what I'm saying. So if $30 million was offered, then
all right, let's think about it like this. The last pay-per-view that Errol Spence did, it made about $24 million. It was 240,000 pay-per-view buys. That's $24 million just there alone. So that means Errol Spence alone off of that fight already made $13 million or 13 to 15 million just off of that fight. So if they fight, if Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford fight and they do about 500,000 pay-per-view, that's $50 million right there.
Plus promotion.
That's their money right there. And we know that this fight could do about 5 to 6, especially if they promote it. I just think that they need a very strong promotion, huh?
Floyd Mayweather used to get $5 million. You know, they get Al got it set up where them tags that be on their boxing shorts. Floyd Mayweather used to get between $5 to $10 million per tag on his shorts. So Al got it set up where they get promotional money for it. They get at least $2 to $5 million per tag on their shorts.
Yes, Floyd was making $1 million a day when he was promoting for fights back in the day. Nowadays, when he's doing his exhibition, this guy's getting paid $10 million in a day. Just
that was the problem, right? But that was a problem right there. The thing was they were basing everything off of Bud's previous pay-per-view sales. That's what they was. They wasn't basing everything off of what was projected to happen during that fight, right?
Okay, your best bet was 140,000, dog. Like, look,
listen. Thank you. So,
like, it mean you put in the damn money to buy something, you only put in 140, and
think about it. Even if you put that together, if you put Errol Spence's highest pay-per-view numbers and Terrence Crawford, which was his last fight with Sean Porter, they do almost 500,000 pay-per-views. So we could at least see 500,000 pay-per-views, which is at least $50 million at $100 per pay-per-view.
They offered him 15. They was trying to get
they offered the guy 15 plus the back end, which would have been at least 25. Right there's $45 million. Come on, man. That's a lot of money. This fight ain't no Manny Pacquiao versus Floyd Mayweather fight. It's not going to do 500 million. This is at least a $50 million fight.
It could be worth more than that if they promote it right.
It can, but if they promote it,
don't want to promote it for one.
Thank you.
And for two,
but right now, without no promotion, this is a $50 million fight.
But look, people have monetized their YouTube channels off Terrence and Errol. So, it's a big topic. I've seen people go from 0 subscribers to 1,000 subscribers just talking about Terrence and Errol within a week. So, it's got a buzz because you got casuals talking about, you got people like AI talking about getting the suit. Allen Iverson talking about he picked out his suit for the fight. It's buzzing.
It's buzzing, but
everybody's getting tired of waiting for it, bro. Like
that's what it is too. That's what it is too.
That fight right there does at least 750 because we took the temperature. And it wouldn't do more, but people are starting to get tired of waiting on it. It's like they're tired of waiting for it, and it's starting to over simmer. It's
not.
like,
I can,
You know what?
and I can say this.
I disagree with that. I disagree with that. I still think
But
this fight needs more simmering to do. I still think it needs a little. If this fight was
no,
to happen,
I don't think you need more. Everybody wants this fight. Everybody wants to see this fight.
everybody in boxing wants to see this fight. That
to
is
see this
not
fight.
what this fight
You don't
is
need
for.
to simmer no more. I mean,
Look, this
yeah,
needs.
but Bud ain't trying to do this fight,
Look.
bro. Like, you gotta realize boxers, they risk their life every time they get in the ring. We can say what the fuck we want to say, but blunt force trauma can kill you. And every time you get hit to the head, that's blunt force trauma. So we really can't say shit if a boxer don't want to get in there and get out there. Because
That's what I'm saying. Because ultimately, this needs to be a prize fight. This is a prize fight.
Yeah, but
they need to get paid.
But yeah,
Both
so
of them.
Bud, so I don't knock what people will get paid. I say get paid as much as you can get.
Of course. Of course.
I say get paid as much as you can get besides what the people in the suits can get. But and that's what Earl was trying to let him do. Earl was trying to make them both the bosses like, look, me and you, we're gonna bust everything down. And the way Espinosa said it, Bud was getting close to 50%. He was getting like 45%.
Yeah, he
like
was.
Earl
He was.
getting,
but this is what Bud. Here's what.
Hold on.
Here's what Bud went wrong.
Listen, this is what I'm telling you. Espinosa said it was close to 50%. He wasn't gonna get nothing better than that the rest of his life. He ducked out for a $1.5 million guarantee plus like $2 million on the back end. But like I said, he's seen what happened to guys. He's seen what happened to Mikey Garcia. He's seen Danny Garcia go through depression. He's seen Lamont Peterson.
Yep.
Errol Spence takes years out of your boxing career. And he knows the man done cracked 4 orbitals. He done got Kell Brook. He had Ugas. He had Danny shit swole. He had Peterson shit swole. He swole Floyd shit. So he know it's a damn risk. And he know he's not fleet on his feet no more. If you notice, Bud Crawford ain't the same as 140. He sits down on his shots. He doesn't bounce around the ring no more. He's not as mobile anymore. So he's tailor-made. He's tailor-made to get ate the fuck up by Spence because he can't move. He ain't got the lateral movement that he used to have. People missing out on that. They missing out that Bud doesn't have that 140 lateral movement no more. So he's gonna get ate up in the damn blender. He's not gonna be able to go back and forth with that young killer like that.
No, he's gonna have to fight Spence. He's gonna have to fight him. He
that.
knows that. That's the reason why he's being very cautious with how he wants to take this fight.
He's trying to make it get away from us.
He knows
that to get Errol to go up. If Earl moves up to 154, Bud will be happy. He's not trying to fight.
You think he's not happy right now?
But Bud shouldn't have to worry about. Bud shouldn't have to worry about that because Bud, he use angles. You know what I'm saying? He switches it up. So that's going to eliminate all that. You just come in thinking you're going to go
one thing about Earl that you ain't seen before. Go look at the Lamont Peterson fight. That's one thing that Earl. No, listen. This one thing that Earl does that a lot of y'all casuals don't pay attention to. Earl can switch sides too.
Yes,
Earl
he can. See, I'm glad you brought that up.
Earl can also switch hit too. That's why he ain't worried about
all
that.
the time. Actually,
Earl does everything. You got to realize he's an Olympian. You got to realize he gave Floyd the best work he's ever had. That man controls the distance. He controls range. Nobody at 147 has made Earl have to do that. That's why he said, "I just bulldoze people." If you pay attention, Earl can do a lot more than people know. Hasim Rockman said it. Said Earl one of the best boxers he ever seen. So Crawford don't have shit for Earl.
Hey man,
Earl can run his ass down, but he doesn't have to. Bud's gonna realize that.
All your proof is in that you guys fight. Look at how tight you guys' defense is and the angles Errol Spence used to open up his defense. All the different kind of looping uppercuts that he used. This guy has every punch in the book and he uses it all.
You can go back to the Peterson fight. Peterson, he shows you that he can switch styles. See, in the Ugas fight, he was rusty. He was ring rusted. You know,
even the Danny Garcia fight, he boxed him in the Danny Garcia fight. Look how he fought him.
And Mikey Garcia. That's what I'm saying.
This guy has everything you got. Look,
they listen to the narrative.
But y'all think all that's gonna really make a difference against a knockout artist? Have Earl even fought a knockout artist? You know what I'm saying?
He's fought tons of them. What are you talking about? He's fought.
How's Bud a knockout artist?
First of all,
Earl has
the
a higher
hardest
knockout
puncher
percentage.
at 147.
Earl has a higher knockout percentage.
And Bud is on 11 in a row knockout streak.
Hey, by the way, Errol Spence already did that. Errol Spence already did that.
Okay, look, first off,
the way he's at right now.
He's not on 11 knockout streak because he did knock out Victor Postol. Y'all forget about that.
How many fights is that? How many fights he go with that?
And another thing, Earl's knockout percentage is 70.1%. Bud is 68.3.
So right away, he has more knockout power.
And you know something? And Bud, the only reason he's knocking people out is he's fighting trash cans. You know, with Earl at the beginning of everybody's career, they get knockouts. Go look at every great fighter at the beginning of their career.
I don't see how his percentage higher there.
When you stay fighting, C-class fighters. Look at Boots knockouts. When you stay fighting C-class fighters, you better get knockouts, bro. Like, what the fuck?
But yeah, think about this. The only time Errol Spence didn't get a knockout before you guys was the 3 fights he wasn't taken serious, which is Mikey Garcia, Sean Porter, and Danny Garcia when he came back from the crash. Those are the only 3 fights he didn't have a knockout in. But the last fight just before Mikey Garcia, he was getting knockouts. There's only 3 fights he didn't get knockouts in that we've seen him recently in. And you're telling me he doesn't get knockouts because
exactly
3 fights?
Terrence Crawford has never got a knockout except for that David Avenesian. He had to take the shit out. That's Crawford's first knockout. Earl done put niggas to sleep. Crawford swarms niggas. He don't even knock people out. He ain't got knockout power. He had to take the shit out of his gloves to knock a nigga out.
Yeah, that David Benavidez, that David
never had a knockout
fight. Come on, man.
That was Crawford's first knockout.
That I've seen in a long time. Trust me, I believe.
No, that's his first knockout, period. You go through a look. He never put nobody to sleep. Everybody else been stopped.
I heard he used to get a lot of knockouts to the body in his early career, but he didn't really like knock people out.
He's never Linder Bundu nobody.
I mean,
nah. Errol Spence has done. Yeah, you're right.
but before Ugas, before the Ugas stoppage with Errol Spence, before that, who else got stopped knocked out? Before how long? When was the last time he knocked somebody out?
He went 3 fights. He
didn't knock out Danny. He didn't knock out Mikey. He didn't knock out Mikey. He didn't knock out Sean Porter.
Okay, that's
Errol
3
Spence.
fights.
When's the last time he knocked somebody out? He just got stoppage with the Ugas.
First of all, the last guy he knocked out was to the body, and it was
Ocampo.
the
It was Ocampo. And before Ocampo, it was Peterson. Before Peterson, it was Kell Brooks.
How many
Before Kell Brooks, it was Leonard Bundu. But guess what? Even with those
and
3
then Chris
fights,
Algeria, right?
Chris Algeria before that.
Right.
Algeria was before Bundu.
That's what I'm saying.
Y'all going back.
Oh yeah.
Y'all know y'all
keep
going back.
It's all knockouts. We can keep
y'all
going
way back though. Y'all going way back though.
But that's what I'm saying. There's only 3 fights. Look, there's only 3 fights he didn't knock somebody out in.
Hey, watch this, bro. Within 3 straight fights that he didn't get a knockout, right? His knockout percentage still higher than Terrence Crawford. So what that say?
There you go.
He's still at 71%. Terrence is at 69. And that's
I don't see how.
Yo, ultimately, Terrence Crawford does not have more power than Errol.
Earl is a knockout artist. He still has a higher percentage with 3 fights without knockouts back to back.
Yeah, when you fight top tier competition, the knockouts not good. They never have really said there.
And Sean Porter already said that he was hurt more in the Errol Spence fight than a Terrence Crawford fight. He said that himself. That's from his own words, from his own mouth. And we could obviously see he got hurt more in the Errol Spence fight because that was a brutal fight. That fight was not an easy fight for any of them. But obviously, in the Terrence Crawford with Sean Porter fight, he was over the hill. And I still think Sean Porter was winning the first 6 rounds. But after that, Terrence Crawford did start picking up. But I still think Sean Porter had a chance to win.
Sean Porter about lost to a C-class fighter before that fight, though. After Earl, man, like
that's the
truth. Peterson, he got destroyed after he fought Earl by Thursday. Look at motherfucking Mikey Garcia's. Sandor Martin finished his ass off. Like, Earl destroys you. Danny Garcia went in depression for 2 years, crying.
Hey, I heard that he had a fractured eye. I heard his eye was purple for at least 6 months. That's how serious that fight was. He didn't see Danny Garcia for a whole year after that.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I heard his face was messed up, man.
His man down symbol is Kell Brook on his knee. He got Kell Brook, he got Danny Garcia, he got Ugas, he fucked up Floyd eye, and he fucked up Peterson eye. Look at all of them. That jab is impeccable. And Kell Brook in one round, Kell Brook fucked up Terrence Crawford.
Hey man, look.
Terrence Crawford versus a washed up Kell Brook. A washed up Kell Brook had Terrence Crawford eye swole like a pill.
Within 4 rounds.
No, 2 rounds.
It was
2 rounds. My bad. You're right. 2 rounds. Hey man, look.
Earl takes that off.
Listen, when Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford fights, it's gonna be flatline. That's just all it's gonna be.
Probably not gonna happen though. That's the sad thing about it.
Wait, hold up. Don't say that, man. Don't say that. This is the
We
business of
went
boxing.
6 months and the fight
If
didn't
there's
get done. 6 months and the fight get. We went 6 months and the fight didn't get done.
Okay, but
They
I'll
gonna
tell you
get
this:
done now.
whose fault is that, though?
It's Crawford's fault. He didn't
There
take
you
the
go.
guarantee.
So if
He
the
didn't take the
fight don't
guarantee.
happen,
He wanted the
ain't gonna
guarantee.
change his mind, brother. That man is
Huh?
not fight Earl.
if
Earl
the
got
fight
fight
don't happen,
Travis
whose fault
Samuel.
is it gonna be? That's what I want. I want to know. If the
Yeah,
fight don't happen, whose fault is it gonna be?
It's gonna be
Crawford
Crawford's
got the
fight.
asterisk
Crawford's
in
fault.
by his
It's
name.
most likely gonna be Crawford's fault.
Yep.
He got
So
an
the
asterisk
only
by
way
his
this
name
fight
It's
can
already.
happen
Crawford's
is if
fault because
Crawford
I
wants
mean
it.
it's Crawford's fault. It's gonna be Crawford's fault because he's not taking what they gonna offer him. If he ain't gonna take away what they gonna offer him, and he say I'm going somewhere else. Then no, it's nobody's fault but his. Whether if it's a too small of an offer or if it's enough, he ain't taking. He's not taking it. So it's, of course it's
Because
his
he
fault
wants
with
it.
that.
He's
You
trying
know
to
what I'm saying?
retire off of this
Hey,
fight.
hold on, man.
That's why
I gotta
yeah,
hold
go ahead.
on. I gotta do two super chats. My man, I'm here for boxing says Spence don't try to knock you out. He beats you at your game. He hasn't fought his fight yet. Wait and see. Much love. Hey, thank you for that support, brother. And my guy, Kyle Cooler, what's going on, bro? He said, respect. There's no need to debate Bud with this much passion. He said no, and he will never fight anyone we really want to see. Bud's reign is over. I don't understand how anybody doesn't see that. But
Exactly.
y'all can keep on talking, but the man said no. So I don't even understand it. The man said no.
Nah,
He said he was going to say no. He said no. And it's like people keep trying to find a way to not believe that. It's like in order for you to believe that Terrence Crawford wants that fight, you have to not believe Terrence Crawford.
Yeah, like I said,
Like, why don't you believe? And I mean this. I'm serious, Jeffrey Brooks. Why don't you believe Terrence Crawford?
Exactly.
Bro, I didn't believe what the reports were coming out about him. I'm not saying he wasn't making mistakes as far as with being on the business side. I'm saying the reports, these false reports that were coming out during the whole 6-month negotiation about this going on, that going on. They offer him too little. They offer him too much. He don't want this. He don't want that. I'm just saying that was smoke and mirrors to me, really. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it never came out of Steve's mouth. Steve was saying, look, we're trying to get a deal done. We're trying to make an offer. We're working on making an offer. That's all he said. That's all he left it at during the whole negotiation time. That you know what I'm saying? So my whole thing is where all these other false reports was coming from. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
but here's the thing, man. If they were false reports, let's just put them on the fire and call them false reports. Say, okay, we all know a bunch of false reports. Let's take all these reports and put them in the fire. And then let's go and talk about
it. That's what I've been saying. But everybody say,
no,
it's Bud did this. Bud did that. You know?
Let me finish. If we literally take all these reports, because we know the fight didn't happen in September. We know it didn't happen in October. We know it didn't happen in November. If all of those are false reports, because they were false reports, they were not true, they didn't happen. The only things that we're left with is Terrence Crawford saying he's never going to fight Errol Spence Jr. and him turning down the fight with Errol Spence. Those are the only two facts that we really, truly have. That's it. He said he didn't want it, and he said no and went to fight somebody else. I for the life of me, I do not get that.
I remember him. You remember him saying that. I remember him saying that if it happened. If it don't, it don't. I remember him saying if it happened, it happened. If it don't, I'm not. Can you hear me?
Yo, let me ask you. So you're saying if Errol said it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't.
I know. I remember Bud saying if the fight happened, it happened. If it don't, he's not worrying about it no more because it was going on
Zenith 360
when he was with Todd Ray. He was trying to get the fight. And he was saying,
hold on. Pause for a second. Kamal, he did not say if it happens, it happens. If it don't, he said that. But another time, he actually was asked, when do you see him fighting? And he says, never. It's not going to happen. Never.
That's not saying he don't want the fight.
Never.
That's not saying he don't want the fight. That's not saying he don't want the fight. He don't
means
he don't see.
Bro, if you know what never means,
hey, you have to
it
talk
ain't
over each other and giving a headache.
ever.
Hold on, you're giving me a headache.
That's saying I don't see it happen.
Hold on, I'm gonna put
That
people on
obviously
mute,
means he doesn't want the fight.
That's an assumption right there.
Stop. I gotta
I'll
put
holler
y'all
at you
on
later,
mute.
brother.
I gotta put you on mute. Because you guys keep talking over each other. You give me a headache. Okay? So I'm going to unmute Flatline. Please do not talk over each other because nobody can hear what you're saying. There's like 400 people in the building, and they don't know what you're saying if you're talking over somebody else. So I'm going to unmute Flatline. Flatline, go ahead.
Yes, I was trying to say that if we're being logical here, the meaning of never means it's not happening. That means he doesn't want to fight if he doesn't think it's never going to happen. Because he's putting that on him. Errol Spence is not saying the fight's never going to happen. Errol Spence wants to fight. It's Terence Crawford that's saying it's never going to happen. So obviously that has to mean he doesn't want to fight. Go ahead.
All right. So you guys can unmute yourself now. I'll unmute everybody. Y'all can do it in a natural way. But if y'all keep talking over each other, bro, I got to end it, bro.
No, I was just saying for now, I was going to holler at you, bro. I was in the cash app, and I'm about to get ready to roll out, bro.
Oh, okay. Let me get the cash app. My bad, brother. I'm sorry because I don't think I got a notification. Oh, I did get a notification. My bad. The funny thing with the cash app is you got to go to your phone, and I was turning it on, man.
Oh,
it's like, but man, Jeff, bro, you got to be related to this guy, man.
Well, only thing I'm saying, man, I watched the video. I watched the videos and interviews too, and I'm just letting you know what I understand. I'm not saying what you heard wasn't true, and I know what I heard wasn't true. I'm saying only thing I'm saying when he said that I don't see this fight happening. The words "I don't want to fight," I never heard that came out his mouth. I heard him say, "If the fight happened, it happened. If the fight don't happen, so be it." Because it was a big going. He's been trying to get the fight for a long time, and it was all about everybody was saying, "Oh, you haven't fought nobody. You haven't fought no real competition. You haven't did this. You haven't did that to get the Errol Spence fight." So he was saying, "Well, the fight happened. It happened. If it come around to it, I'll take the fight. But if it don't, I'm not gonna worry about it." That's not saying I don't want to fight Errol Spence. In that case, why would he go to the negotiation table then if he said I don't want to fight Errol Spence, but you at the negotiation table? So that's what I'm saying. That's the mix up of the words right there.
There ain't no mix up with the words, bro. He said there ain't no mix up with the words. The man said, "I'm past it." The man on one occasion was asked, if you were to get 50-50, would you fight him? I don't think so. I'm past it. On another scenario, he's asked, do you ever see the fight happening between you and Errol Spence Jr.? When do you see it happen? And he said, honestly, never. I'm past it. And then another guy asked him, when do you see Errol Spence and Terence Crawford fighting? He said, never. Not going to happen. Never. There's no mix up in the words. The man said he's not going to fight him.
So all that's saying, all that's the same thing as saying I don't want it. You
yes,
saying that's all?
Said never. It's never going to happen.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Do we need to get a dictionary or something?
Like, bro, God, come on, man.
If I don't see something that's gonna come to fruition, it's not saying I don't want it. I hope it does, but I don't see it happening. Them two different things.
So how come Errol Spence is the only one that see this fight happening? How come Errol Spence is the only one that can see it happening? Why is it only on Errol Spence's side he can see the fight happening? Can you explain that?
Well, it hasn't happened. It hasn't happened yet, has it?
Funny, man.
If he can see it happening, it ain't happened. So that's it.
Come on,
he's incorrect. That's all that's saying.
Hey, man.
No, man, I like to have fun chopping it up with you. I like to respect I don't mind having disagreements respectably, you know what I'm saying, with you for now. I just come on here to chop it up with you but I'm about to take off though. But it's okay. We look at
he let you down. It's
when
okay.
When it comes to this, we kind of I mean, I'm not saying he didn't duck. It's a possibility that he did. You know what I'm saying? But it's like I say, I ain't saying that. I ain't saying that he ain't ducked nothing. I ain't saying that. The horse's mouth is Steve Espinosa, and he finally just spoke out out of this whole time. So that's
hold on, man. Just for 1 second. Just 1 second. I got to do this, okay? I got to do this because I tell you, Jeffrey, brother, you my guy. I gotta get you right, bro. I gotta get you right. I really and truly gotta get you right. I can't. I just, you gotta save your brother, bro. You gotta save your brother. So watch this, okay? I usually do not do. Hold on, is this it? Hold on. Okay, this is it. I hope you can hear this. Okay, hold on 1 second. I usually do not do.
Pull back the tapes on.
God, dog, man, hold on.
These ain't got to come here.
Holy.
Can you hear this?
I can't. No, I can't hear it.
All right, I think unmute the tab. Oh, hold on 1 second. Okay. What I'm gonna do is then. Oh shit. All right, so you can't hear that. All right, so I'm just gonna tell you what he says, okay?
All right.
This is literally what this guy is saying. He said, first thing they said, so you don't think Spence is going to be this year? The man then turned around and said, nah, not never. Do you ask, so Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford fight is going to be this year? He says, no, nah, not ever. After that, then he's asked, well, what about 154 pounds? And he says, no, not happen. It's over with. No, not going to happen. It's over with. So 147 isn't going to happen this year. He says, no, not going to happen. Never. Well, what about 154? No, that's not going to happen. It's over with. Then he says, now, Brian Custer asked him, do you see the fight taking place at 154 pounds, 147 pounds, or 154 pounds? He says, I really don't see us fighting, to tell you the truth. He didn't say, do you see the fight happening at 147 or 154? He says, nah, I don't really see us ever fighting, to tell you the truth. He says, really? Then my Brian Custer asked him, why? And he says, I don't know. Sometimes you just let those fights pass you by. We're only halfway through, Jeff. Only halfway through. He said, literally says, are you going to fight that man this year? He says, no, never. And then he says, then somebody, well, what about 154? No, not 147 or 54. And then in a separate interview, he's asked, will you fight him in 154 or 147? And he says no. Why? Because sometimes you just let those fights pass you by. And then the man turned down the fight. Come on, man. You got to do justice to Errol Spence, bro. You got to do justice, man, and stop looking for excuses for Bud. Bud said these things, man. He said it and he did it. It's just not fair. It's not fair to anybody to continue to say or act like people are wondering what happened. What happened is Bud said no.
I'm gonna tell you what I think. Sound like he frustrated with the whole thing. So that would have sound like.
He said no.
That would have sounded like he frustrated with it. If he been trying to make a fight if he been trying to make a fight the whole time and he been at 147, that's the whole point of him moving up to 147.
He said, when do you see this fight happening? This was before they ever got into a negotiation, before he left Top Rank. He said never, not at 147, not at 154. Come on, man. Just get it. It's not fair. It's not fair to Errol Spence for this man to blatantly duck. You guys try to put it on him. It's just not fair, man.
Well, tell Spence to take less money then.
You just said
Spence to take less money and make the fight then. Give him what he wants. Give Crawford what he wants. If he want to fight, he don't want to fight either.
How is he going to take less money for a fight that a man said he will not take never?
I'm talking about when they were negotiating for him not to say, the dude got frustrated. Man, listen, that dude got frustrated with the whole thing. And he just said, I don't need Errol Spence for my career. I go on by my business. That's what he said. He got frustrated with it.
All I want to let y'all know is that y'all are making Bud Crawford look terrible.
No, for now, hold on. Now I listened to everything you said that was going on in that interview, and not one time did the word "I don't want the fight" come out of his mouth. Not one. The only thing you said, they asked him, "Do you think? No. Do you see that happening? No, I don't see it happening. Do you think it's going to happen? No. Did not. Now, one time did they say, "Do you want the fight to happen?" That did not come out of your mouth. I didn't hear the view. Now I'm going off of what you saying. Not one time he said, "I don't want that fight." Not one time.
What y'all been smoking?
Yo, real no.
I'm just thinking, no. I just stay here and listen to you the whole time.
I got one question.
What y'all been smoking, really?
I got one question. When Keith Thurman said the fight was not going to happen with Errol Spence back in the day, did you believe it's because he didn't want the fight, or it's because it just wasn't going to happen?
Keith Thurman didn't want the fight.
Okay, so if it's that for Keith Thurman, how is it not the same for Terrence Crawford?
They two different people.
Oh, they're two different people. They're both fighters. They both
some people got more heart than other people. Some people got more heart. Some people like to fight.
Man,
some people like to fight.
Like
what
exactly,
and they don't care who it is. They'll go anywhere to meet them and fight them.
No, seriously, man, I can't do this no more. If you guys can literally have
you
literally
it's a boss, man.
You told dude that fake the injury the whole time.
Hold on. Hold on a second. Hold on. Because you guys are going to listen to this. I know how to make you listen. Hold on. I know exactly.
So for now, you like debating with us Bud fans. You know you do.
Hey, can y'all put that link in here again? I gotta go back up and find this link, bro. Hold on. I can't find. Hey, come on. Can you put that link back in there? Can you put the link back in there? Let me get this super chat real quick, because y'all seriously, y'all make Bud look absolutely positively horrible. Like, oh, I know how to do it here. Oh, I know how to do it here. I'll do it like this. Hold on. I know exactly how to do this. Fanon wants an echo chamber. Hey, I want an echo chamber, not from you. Get out. Oh, I actually gave you a wrench, bro. You know I meant to kick your ass up out of here. Oh, yeah, I threw your ass out of here. You know I'm So, hold on a
Say,
second.
take your wrench with you.
Hey, get out of here, man. Ain't nobody trying to hear that nonsense. Y'all are out here just saying like absolutely crazy things, bro. I mean, like y'all are just out here saying crazy things and hey, but real quick, Cal Coolidge said, he doesn't sound frustrated. Y'all Bud fans love being abused. It's sad and y'all delusional. Hey man, for real. For real. God dog, man, y'all got to get better than this. Like, y'all have to really, truly got to get better than this. Is it here? No, it's not. Hey, there you go.
I just believe in solid proof. That's all, man.
Any reasonable person.
I don't believe in the speculation.
Hold on.
Oh, Lena.
I know y'all can hear this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I heard it, son.
And this is the last. I swear, after this, I gotta get y'all out of here because y'all seriously, y'all on some nonsense. And I know y'all don't believe what you're saying. You just want to argue, so it's all good. But at the same time, man, y'all gotta stop doing cats dirty.
Maybe never. Really? Why say never? What about 154? What about 154? You gonna go to 154 soon? I don't know.
Do you see Bud Crawford and Errol Spence fighting at 147 or at 154?
I really don't even see us fighting, to tell you the truth.
Really?
That's real.
Well, tell me why.
Man, sometimes you just let those fights pass you by. I mean, like I said, I never really felt like I really needed Errol Spence for my legacy or my career. I've accomplished so much in the sport of boxing that, I really didn't need him.
It sounds like you might want that fight once more. Do you want that fight still? If it takes having to go to PBC, and like I said before, I've been the number one guy in the division since I came here.
Oops. Jeffrey Brooks, you hear what the question was?
No, I ain't.
You can
replay it, please. Play it
back. I'm going to tell you what he said. He was asked, "Do you want to fight Errol Spence Jr.?" And he says, "I already told you I don't need him." That means he was asked, "Do you want to fight Errol Spence Jr.?" And he said, "No, I do not need him. I already told you for my legacy, I don't need him." I can't keep doing with y'all. Y'all literally can
why don't you play the video clip of him telling Bob Arum, since you could not give me the Spence fight. I've been with you the whole time, and you could not give me the Spence fight. Why don't you play that clip then?
Because he's not. You know why I don't play that? Because he's not asked, "Do you want to fight Errol Spence Jr.?" And he says no.
He said you couldn't get.
Do you want to fight Errol Spence Jr.? And
he said I don't. He said I don't. He said I don't need him. I don't need him. That's still not him saying I don't want.
We gotta go.
He said I don't need.
You gotta go.
Need is two different things.
Can't do no more. Can't do anymore. Can't do it anymore. We gotta go. Okay.
Hey, it's been nice, man. It's been nice. I appreciate it.
Nice, man.
All right, man.
I still support the chat on everything, man. But it's
Jeff,
most definitely.
Now on, we're just going to talk about heavyweights and lightweights.
Oh, ain't nothing else to talk about, man.
Heavyweights and lightweights. So
ain't nothing else to talk. Ain't nothing else going on in boxing, man.
What'd you say?
Ain't nothing else going on in boxing.
That's the funny thing. Hey,
I guess we could talk about Mike. How Mike is getting ready to duck Tank Davis. We could talk about because he getting ready to duck him. I can tell you that right now. Not Mike. Ryan Garcia about to get ready to duck Tank. That's what's about to get ready to happen.
Tank got to get through that hit and run trial he got going on the 16th. People don't want.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. He don't go to jail. It's gonna happen. He don't go to jail.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He got a big hit and run trial. He facing
I see
14
Ryan.
counts.
I see Ryan
He got to
ducking.
get by that first.
Let me tell you
I
what
smell a
happened.
duck. I smell a duck coming, and when he duck, for now, I want you to let me say, "I told you so." Ryan is gonna duck out. Watch.
Hey, let me tell you.
Look, Jeffrey.
Hold on, man.
I'm about 65% leaning your way too that he gonna duck too.
Yeah.
First of all, I already said I don't believe Oscar Bailey's gonna make that fight, so you ain't doing nothing but agreeing with me.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you.
Look, man, I gotta go. But on the real, man, God, dog, bro, y'all must have bought. I know the answer to this. Did y'all buy Buzz pay-per-views?
Nope.
No.
Oh my God.
I have. Not the last. Not this last one. Not this last one. Not this last.
Oh my God, man!
I didn't buy the last one. I bought the one. I bought his other
You
ones, man.
trying to tell me y'all out here doing all this and y'all ain't buy that man's?
Not me. I'm certified. I'm a certified debater.
Oh Lord, man, y'all out, hey man. All right, y'all. Much love to everybody. I'm gonna talk for a few more minutes.
Peace out, man. Y'all have a good one, man.
Y'all take it easy.
Bless y'all. Bless y'all, y'all, man. Peace.
For sure. Oh my God, man. That is what you call a barbershop conversation right there, dog. Because at the end of the day, y'all didn't even buy that man's fight. Coach Malik said, Fernando, stress yourself. Discernment is something that everyone is endowed with. The past 2 years have proved that. Hey, look, Coach Malik, she's like, look, man, I understand, man. Jeffrey Brooks, my guy, man. It's boxing talk, man. You can disagree all day, man, and for real. At the end of the day, bro, they didn't buy the pay-per-views. Now you see, now they're not hypocrites. Dude, that just tells you what this is. Now, first of all, let me tell you, bro. I like Jeffrey Brooks. But see, that is the deal. That's why I'm saying the business of boxing is good. Because the people that will actually buy the fights support you, man. But God, dog. Flatline say you prove them once again. They ain't buying his fights, but they willing to defend him ducking Errol. Oh my God, bro. OG Fresh in the Cash App. Dog, to say, did you buy? Dude, honestly, man, I was shocked. Because when I said, all right, with all of this, hey, look, OG Fresh in the Cash App. Oh my God, man. You got to tell, man, it's so funny, man. Because I was saying, OG Fresh in the Super Chat said, what prospects you like coming up? Oh, OG Fresh. That are prospects still. Jared Anderson. I like Keyshawn Davis. I like Gary Antoine Russell. I like Xander Zayas. I like Tiger Johnson. I like Truck Simpson. I still like Edward Berlanga, bro. I like, a lot of them, man. A lot of them, man. So yet again, Fernand tried to use logic on Bud fans, bro. It is, hey, my goodness gracious, man. Man, that ain't even logic. That's just straight up quote, bro. That is a straight up quote, man. Oh, man, that is hilarious, man. God, dog, that's hilarious. Hold on one second, man. Oh, I might have already done this. Nope, I didn't. Hold on one second. Man, this live stream was a lot of fun today. What do we got? About another 10 minutes left or something? Hold on one second. Oh man, it was the best, bro. Oh, I don't think Frank Martin is not a prospect. He's a contender now. Frank Martin, after he beat Michelle Rivera, is a legitimate contender. He's not a prospect anymore. So that's why I didn't say, like, honestly, neither is Gary Antoine Russell. And I would have said like Bam Rodriguez, but Bam Rodriguez isn't, he's a champion, so he's not a prospect anymore. I will tell you this, though. I know for sure who is not a prospect of the year. Did you see the WBC gave Nico Ali Walsh prospect of the year? Nico Ali Walsh? Like, are you silly? Dr. DR King Jr. Nah, I don't watch the I don't do the UFC, man. I don't do the UFC. So nah, man. More than likely that's not gonna pop off for me. Man, y'all some wild boys, bro. Woo-wee. I don't like Keyshawn Davis. Oh, yeah, I got that. Ogon, they're all dumber. Listen to this ish is like smoking. I mean, it's really hard, bro. He said, never needed Spence. I mean, dude, I mean, does he need Spence? Who cares? Like, that is, he said he never needed him. That's not the question whether or not you need him or not. You didn't need David Avenetian. You still fought David Avenetian. He didn't need David Avenetian. He fought David Avenetian. He didn't need Amir Khan. He fought Amir Khan. He didn't need David Benavidez. He didn't need Jose Benavidez. He fought Jose Benavidez. How do you not need all these other dudes, but you still want to fight them? But you don't want to fight the one guy because you say you don't need him. He didn't need any of those guys. Hey, he said, hope you're not frustrated. No, I'm not, man. I had a good day. A good conversation, man. No joke. I had a really good conversation. I enjoyed the live stream, Isaac. Future Reality said, who doesn't need a multi-million-dollar fight when you come up from welfare? Look, man, if he says that he doesn't need the fight, that's fine, but that's irrelevant. Do you want the fight? Will you fight him? Well, I already told you I don't need him. He doesn't want that fight, man. But you guys are running, but a lot of y'all are running around blaming Errol Spence Jr. and blaming the PBC and blaming Al Heyman for something Terrence Crawford says he doesn't want. That is about as ridiculous as you guys trying to say that Gervonta Tank Davis sold 61,000 pay-per-views. You're just ridiculous. So that's why I did this video. I mean, in the beginning, I was like, look, man, there's nothing wrong with the business of boxing. You're the problem. People from low-income areas can go into a gym. Like, take, for example, boxing. Take, for example, Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford or Gervonta Davis. Terrence Crawford is from a low-income area in Omaha, Nebraska. He has the skill set in order to win championship fights. He is able to, with trainers, local trainers that grew up around him, be able to elevate himself financially to the point where he can do this stuff that we're talking about. That tells me that the business must be good for him. Same thing goes for Gervonta Tank Davis. Same thing goes for Anthony Joshua. Same thing goes for a lot of people, where you would not be able to do this if you were trying to get into a league. If what you were trying to do is get into a league. This is a place where an independent contractor can get a shot. The problem for me that I see is this stuff. When somebody really does make it through, you got people like, dog, I like Jeffrey Brooks. I didn't really know the other guys as well. But man, my God, you guys are absolutely killing. You're being so unfair to Errol Spence Jr. because you're really trying to prop up Terrence Crawford. But at the same time, you're not even paying for Terrence Crawford's fights. So it's like you like the business of boxing, but you're not really paying for anything. Like Zenith 360, right? Now, this is Zenith 360 said that was stupidity squared. I told y'all Bud fans run their mouth and don't buy his fights. Then blame PBC for not overpaying them when it's their fault the numbers don't match his request. Bud gleefully said no. If that does not illustrate the problem, you all are not, you complain about the business of boxing, but you're not in the business of boxing. You don't contribute to it. So you can't tell, oh, what a shame is it? Oh, man, what a shame it is that local stores go out of business in my neighborhood. But then you ask them, well, do you shop at the local store? No, of course not. I don't shop at the local store. I go to Walmart. You're the problem, not the local store. You are, because you won't support your local store. You'll say how important it is, but you won't support them. Same thing. It's not even too many sanctioning bodies. If you see a good fight and a good fighter, support them. It doesn't matter how well organized the NBA is. If they put out boxing, basketball games that people don't want to see and people don't watch them, then it's not their business model that's making them better. It's the fact that they're actually giving people a product that they want to see. Boxing is really boxing, and boxing fans spend a lot of time tearing down the things that are actually working. You spend a lot of time tearing down the things that are actually working. Gervonta Davis sells does $5 million gate. Literally everybody's happy about the fight. People are excited going to the fight. People are excited at the fight. People are excited after the fight. And what happens? You got guys like Rick Glazier and YouTube channels going full blast trying to tear him down. And then you got other people that'll do videos trying to build him up. And then people sit there and say, why are you so obsessed with his numbers? Because people care about the sport of boxing. And they want to see boxing. They want to see the sport of boxing doing well. So when it actually does well, they want people to know it. Rick Glazier is the type of guy, and the people that put him on his channel are the type of guy that spend half their time tearing boxing down, but then pointing fingers at the PBC and saying, oh, it's their fault. Too many fights are on pay-per-view. But you sit there and you lie about the numbers. What difference does it make to you whether or not it's pay-per-view or not? If you like the fight and it's worth the money. Well, it's not. So many people say it's not worth the money. You spend all your, and then you got the WBC giving, and I don't have a problem with Nico Walsh. But God dog, is he really prospect of the year? Are you serious? For real? That's your prospect of the year? Nico Ali Walsh? You got to be joking. He fought absolutely positively. When I'm telling you somebody fought tomato cans, he literally was fighting tomato cans. Literally fighting guys that are specifically picked for him to knock out. And the WBC went out of their way to promote Nico Ali Walsh. How does that work? How does that work? Walsh got a better Orlando Pearson, the best. Hey, Orlando Pearson, I got to tell you, man, your trolling is very, very, very good. I must say, you are one of the better trolls. Like, you have a subtle troll to you. A subtle troll. Your troll got a little soft, you got a soft touch for your troll. But that's what I meant. There's nothing wrong with the business of boxing. And the politics of it, yeah, there's some politics in it. There's politics in all business. But at the same time, the bigger problem is that we're literally watching a fight that everybody enjoyed. And then all kind of other people spend all their time tearing it down. You have a guy like Terrence Crawford, who you empower to duck Errol Spence. You literally empower him to do that. Because you act like it has something to do with Errol Spence. That is bad for boxing. That's not the business. That is you. Jeffrey, I like you, bro, but that's you. Those are you people doing that. You know that man did not want to fight that man because the man literally said that he didn't want it. But yet you guys spin your wheel trying to find a way to make sure you can take Al Heyman out. We need to get Al Heyman out of boxing. We need to get Al Heyman out of boxing. Well, hold on. Isn't Al Heyman putting on the biggest fights in boxing? Isn't he been responsible for like most of the really big things that have taken place in boxing? Why you want him out so bad? You wanted Don King out. Don King is a great example of this. For boxing fans, but Don King put on great fights throughout the 70s, the 80s, and the 90s. And you guys could not help. There's like, you were dying to get him out of the sport. Oh, we got to get rid of Bob Arum. We got to get rid of Don King. We got to get rid of Don King. We got to get rid of Don King. So you get rid of Don King, and what happens? You get Top Rank, who puts on nothing. Who literally puts on nothing. Nothing. In order to get a great fight out of a fighter signed by Top Rank, that fighter has to leave Top Rank. The most you're going to get is a middle range fight. But you never got a great fight out of you didn't get a great fight out of Oscar De La Hoya until Oscar De La Hoya left Top Rank. For the most part, most of his big fights were after he left Top Rank. But they built him up. Roberto Lopez, what? It's the truth. You all complain. People complain about how much money Don King stole from fighters. But you know what you can never say about Don King? You can never say that he stole money from boxing fans. You can never say that that Don King stole money from boxing fans. That he put on fights that were not worth your money. Never. You know who steals money from boxing fans? Top Rank. Top Rank steals money from boxing fans. HBO stole money from boxing fans because the boxing fans pay their subscriptions to ESPN and they pay their subscription fees and their money to HBO, and then they turn around and do not give you the fights that you actually want to see. They want to manufacture and tell you what the fights that you want to see are. And then actively, especially ESPN and Top Rank, actively put on hate campaigns against their competition and literally try to prevent fights happening that you actually want to see. And so, but like I said, when I got on here, I would debate anybody. Did they come? No. The most we could do is get some Bud fans on the channel, respect to all of y'all, to talk amongst themselves. So as we get closer to the end of this, Manager Marty, you're not going to get people on your channel to debate you. They don't really want the smoke. Man, T. Orlando Pearson is a wild boy. He said, bottom itch is loyal. He already said that the fight didn't matter. So Jeffrey Brooks, bro, seriously, man, I appreciate you, man, but come on, man. You're about to be banned from talking about Bud, bro. You're about to be banned from talking about Bud Crawford. Hey, Zenith 360 says 10 American-based fighters have gates over 1 million in 2022. 7 of those are PBC. Yet somehow they are going broke, going out of business and lowballing Bud. Those are all coming for people that want to take their place. All of that is coming from people that want to take their place. They smile in your face. All the while they want to take your place. They all want to be the PBC. That's why they're trying to do business and say the same thing that those guys say. No joke. They just say like, oh, that man, that's how he did it. Oh, we can do that. And they get ambitious and they're trying to do it. X-Man said, Heyman made Floyd a millionaire. Mr. Heyman put money in PBC's pockets big time. Look at their mansions. Charlo have warehouses as gym. Spence living on a big farm. PBC getting it. And more importantly, man, they're giving us fights that we want to see. Let me ask you a question. And I'm going to do a little bit of a poll here. What did you think about the fights that took place this year Errol Spence Jr. had a fight, and Terrence Crawford had a fight. Who put on the better fight? Both of them did a pay-per-view. Who gave you the better value? And between Errol Spence Jr. and Terrence Crawford, who gave you the better value? Errol Spence Jr. or Terrence Crawford for the fight that they had this year? Nah, Haney did not leave the zone to get the belts. The zone refused to buy the belts. But I'm not interested in talking about Devin Haney, bro, so you get timed out. Not doing a commercial for Devin Haney today. Errol Spence Jr. put on the better fight. So who gave you more value for your money, Errol or Terrence? Who put on the better pay-per-view this year? Gervonta Davis or Canelo Alvarez? Who gave you the better pay-per-view this year? Errol Spence or Terrence or Canelo Alvarez? That's a close question. For me, it could go either way. The card itself, Gervonta's was better. Gervonta Davis's card was better. And the fight was better. How about the value they give you for the money you spend? Right? Do we bring that into equation when we say, hey, man, now, who gave you better money for your value? Better value for your money? Was it DAZN and the money you paid for DAZN, or the money that you paid to Showtime? Who gave you more value for your money this year? DAZN or Showtime? It's not even close. T. Orlando Pieces said, yeah, you had to pay value for your money. If you didn't pay any money, you didn't get any value for your money. Okay? I got great value, but you got no value from your money because you didn't spend any money. Z-Side Buds next is Puff the Magic Dragon. Watch who he fights next. Come on, Oz. Top Rank killing. What are you talking about? Top Rank is killing what? Top Rank has had. What did Top Rank do in 2023? 2022? No, what did they do in 2023? Oh, I had to pay for my internet connection. Fair enough. Fair enough. Orlando, fair enough. You had to pay for that. Z-Side, but yeah, is Puff the Magic Dragon. Yeah, what did they do this year? What did they do? Exactly. Yes, like I said, Loma Haney. So what? Like I said, what did they do? They put on 2 mismatches. Lomachenko, no, in 2023, yeah, we'll see when they make that fight, but I said 2022. What did they do in 2022? I didn't say 2023. I said what did they do in 2022? You got something for me in Top Rank in 2023? In 2022? Anything? Anything in 2022? Haney and Camp, like I said, T. Orlando is subtle trolling. He is, you know what he's doing? He's throwing alley-oops. That's what T. Orlando Pearson does. He throws alley-oops. So I can turn around and tell you, so what to Loma Haney? Homo Laney is in 2023. So what? As far as 2022, yeah, so what? Because that fight has not happened yet. That fight has not happened yet. So what? Because it hasn't happened yet. So what? If you really want to know what my original so what was, though, my original so what was so what? Shakur Valdez. I like that one. Was that 2021 or was that 2022? I like Shakur Valdez. That was a good one. Shakur Valdez. Absolutely. Shakur Valdez. Which I will trump you with an Errol Spence, which I will therefore trump you with a Gervonta Tank Davis versus, who did he fight first? Rolly Romero. There you go. We actually got Haney Kambosos twice. Oh my God, yeah. So, like I said, so what twice to Haney Kambosos twice? It's a mismatch. Quiet as kept, Oscar Valdez and Shakur Stevenson was a mismatch too. You know what I mean? That was, technically speaking, that was a mismatch too. To be honest. It's just that people didn't know. Not a lot of people wanted to admit going in that it was a mismatch. You know? At least that's how I see it, you know? Brooks is a tough guy, though. Who's Brooks? Brooke? You talking about Kell Brook? Haney Loma is not done. Don't count as good a fight until it's signed and announced, until they actually have the fight. But, you know, I like that, though. That's a good fight coming up, though, no doubt. Man, let me tell you something. Robert Lopez, the first Haney Kambosos fight was close betting odds. No, dude. Hindsight is not 50-50, dude. I knew it was going to be going into the fight. Hindsight for who? Did you think for a second that George Kambosos was going to beat Devin Haney? The only question was whether or not Devin Haney was going to get robbed. Yes. Did you go to? I don't know where the car key is. You had it last. They're all over there. Can't find either car. Hey, y'all, hold on one second. You had the car. No, not that car. All right, my bad. Biggie. Oh yeah, I don't do Tupac, bro. That's why I time you out. I don't like Tupac. I ain't no big fan of Tupac at all. Never really was. I don't get it. I think he's good, but you know, whatever. There's a bunch of dudes just as good. But you know, cult figure. I got you. Haney was the favorite in Kambosos' own country. The only thing that leveled it was that people thought he'd get robbed. That's it. Other than that, dude, he's a much better fighter than Devin Haney's a very good fighter, bro. George Kambosos a flash in the pan. Ain't nobody trying to believe no Kambosos. ESPN and Top Rank don't make tough fights. They make fights where they know their guy's going to win. So the guy can continue to move on, man. They don't do that. Like, that's not their MO. The MO, that's why they got Hall of Fame matchmakers. Because the matchmakers, I don't care about, man, stop it, dude. The odds were, man, stop. The only reason the odds were close is because how people were betting. Man, anybody that knew, man, ain't no way in the world you thought that they were going to win that fight. Like, can y'all look for real, man? Can we try to be a little bit honest? Can we try to really, really, really be honest every once in a while? You know full well nobody thought that Devin Haney was going to lose to that guy unless it was a blatant robbery. Let's not make stuff up, okay? Like, let's not make stuff up, man. Haney don't need Bill to beat Kambosos. Stop. I mean, my God. Dude, first of all, Devin Haney fans cry about everything. Like, it's a full-fledged tear fest over there, man. Like, they got to carry Kleenex, or they take, what is it, Kleenex? They carry, man, those guys got to have tissue in their pockets full time, bro. All the crying they do about Devin Haney, man. It's just, so over the top, man. Tank went to the UK without Calvin. No one cares about it. Man, Calvin, dude, he wasn't even in his corner for a lot of fights. He had who did he have in there? Handkerchiefs, full-time handkerchiefs, bro. Hey, Fanon, hang up the phone. Nah, that's way back. Yeah, it wasn't the best, but it is what it is, bro. God dog, what you want me to tell you? No, I'm not a fan of Tupac's. It happens. Tupac gives me a headache. People overdid Tupac around me, and I'm like, man, I'm listening to Biggie Smalls. I was into Biggie Smalls, and people kept trying to shove Tupac down my matter though. Who? He made music that mattered. Oh, Jesus. Bro, I'm not trying to listen to Tupac. I don't know what y'all want me to say. First of all, at the time, I was more into house music than I was into rap, period. Number two, I like Biggie Smalls. I liked him. I like more New York rappers. I know that Tupac, please. Spare me the Tupac conversation, bro. Like, you guys go do that. I don't like Tupac. What? I could go the rest of my life and never hear another Tupac song again, and I'll be 100% fine with it. Easy. Some people like Cadillac, some people like Benz. Yeah, I'm not into Tupac. I don't understand what's wrong with that. Tupac, he was born in New York. I understand he was born in New York, but whatever, really. For now, I know what Dear Mama is. I've heard the song. I'm okay. All right. I'm okay with it. It's catchy. Hey, what's going on, Ox Steel? Actually, before I get out of here, I got to read these super chats, bro. I got to read these cash apps. Fanon, I think a lot of people don't think for themselves, so they go by what people that are reputable. Some don't know boxing, but are interested in it. Some people don't have most common sense. They're taking, yeah, no doubt, bro. What's going on? 1-8. Yeah, dude, I'm all right, bro. I didn't like Tupac. What? I didn't like Tupac. I don't like Tupac. What? Like, leave me alone. And I'm gonna be like that forever. Leave me alone. You're not gonna force Tupac down my throat, man. Not gonna happen. Sean Clark back several hours ago said supporting the grind. That's Ox the Great. Thank you, brother, for that support, bro. And to my man, God dog, come on, man. Where is it? Hey, upper echelon twice. They said, talk your ish, God given. I feel you, brother. Yes, sir. And upper echelon again in the building. Thank you for that support. And again, one more. My guy Incel said, Bud is not a duck. He wanted front end money. Yeah, he wanted it. He wanted front end money. That makes you a duck. When you ask for something that you're not going to get, you a duck. Like, I don't know what you want me to say. You're going to get your money. You want me to pay it ahead of time? No. We don't have the money for you, brother. You're going to take the fight or not? Well, no, I don't need it. I'm out. I'm going to go fight David Avanesyan. So he fought David Avanesyan. So that tells you he ain't interested in the fight. Because you want the fight. You want the fight. Fanon must not been through the struggle. If you what? Are you serious? You must not have been. I gotta check your card. I mean, seriously, man, you giving me a headache with this stupidity. I must not have been through a struggle if I don't like Tupac. Okay, you've been around long enough for me to tell you this. That is absolutely stupid. That is absolutely stupid. You don't think anybody went through a struggle before the year 1996? I'm older than Tupac. I don't care about Tupac. Tupac is a good musician. He's good. I like him. I mean, I don't even like him. I don't care. Whatever. He's okay. You know what I'm saying? He's okay. Hey, you have to remember most don't know or care how you know how the sport works. They just like what they like. Might as well talk to a wall. Oh my God, man, terrible. Yeah, I like Stevie Wonder. I've struggled. I don't want you to tell me about it. I've struggled myself. So what do I need? What do I need for you to tell me about the struggle for? Leave me alone, man. Leave me alone. Hold on one second. My guy Incel said, great show. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Because honestly, I didn't think this show was that good. I ain't gonna lie. I wasn't really big on this show today. I felt a little bit off because unfortunately I had to talk about something that I didn't really want to talk about. Joshua Furlong, salute, big brother. Keep being a real one. Thank you, brother. Thank you, Joshua Furlong. Thank you, man. And Zenith360 said I didn't get his super chat, so I'm gonna go back. Kamal Oz said, Z-side Bud, next opponent, Puff the Magic Dragon. He's not, dude, when he fights this next guy, y'all gonna be like, seriously, man. I want to know what y'all gonna say. I already know what you're gonna say. You're gonna come up with something. Zenith360 said 10. I did get that, brother. 10 American-based fighters had gates over 1 million in 2022. 7 of those are in the PBC. Yet somehow they are going broke, going out of business, lowballing Bud. Shake my head. Do you know who one of those guys were not? You know who one of those guys weren't? Bud Crawford. Hey, Papa Bird 69 said, I like 3 Tupac songs. A lot of it was trash. I like a lot of Tupac songs. I like 3 Tupac songs. A lot of it was trash. Man, honestly, man, I didn't want to hear none of that stuff, man. Thug Life. Hey, man, dog, what are you doing, bro? Like, what are you doing? Like, that was my whole thought. Like, if you think, was I ever a gang member? No, I wasn't a gang member. So I didn't want to hear that, bro. Said, nah, facts. I mean, hey, look, that's what he said. I'm going to tell you, I would have to say there's 2 or 3 Tupac lines that I'd like. Oh, about Showbox. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know if it went through, bro. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, yeah, it's right there. Zenith360 said, for 9, and I got to bounce after this. Did you see the Showbox card last night? Really good card, especially. Oh, yeah, that was a battle. I saw a little bit about it, but don't blow it for me because I still got to go back and watch it. The battle was a battle between Coach Buddy McGirt and Ronnie Shields. Oh, that's what's up. And Matthew Thomas in the building said, you have to remember most don't know or care to know how the sport works. They like what they like. Might as well talk to a wall. Dude, Jeffrey Brooks like talking to a wall. Definitely like talking to a wall. In a way, Fulton, who you got? I don't know, man. I'm rooting for Fulton. I've not seen Inoue at that weight class, and I don't trust Japan, bro. Just to be honest with you, I don't. From dancer to poet to thug life. Now, this is why I am not big on Tupac. That's why I'm not big on Tupac. That's why I'm not big on Tupac. Sir Ironboard, please stop this, man. Let me tell you, I'm going to say this a little bit about rap. Dude, Biggie Smalls, lyrically speaking, is completely a different level of guy than Tupac is. It's just a completely different level of talent, man. It's just a completely different level of talent. And I didn't like the stuff that Tupac says. Tupac said a lot of stuff about people that where I was like, man, will you shut up? Like, dude, like I said, man, you don't have to tell me like revolutionary thoughts, man. Dude, I'll listen to Kwame Ture if I want to hear that. But like I said, I was older than Tupac. So I was just Tupac to me was just somebody that he was a very good talent, man. He's a talented guy, bro. He said Life After Death, better album than anything Pac dropped. I mean, Biggie Smalls is just, man, you guys can say whatever you want, man. I don't care. Honestly, I'll take Stevie Wonder over any of them. Because Stevie Wonder, you can listen to him and he's not going to depress you or make you feel violent. I don't want to, I liked Biggie a lot, but I don't listen to him anymore. I like Biggie Smalls, but I don't listen to him anymore. I can't listen to that. It immediately gets me amped up and makes me feel like I want to do something stupid. It's the effect of the music. I would rather listen to Stevie Wonder, man. Talk about, like, you guys call people simps. Oh, you a simps. Said, Fanon, please tell me you saw Shakur making Bud Crawford wobble in sparring. Spence would definitely bust Bud down before 12. I didn't see the sparring, man. I didn't see any of that. Why the hell you need to force a rap conversation? I have no idea why they want to do it. But we all know Fanon is a jazz fan. I hate jazz. I'm not a jazz fan. I can't stand jazz. I feel the same way about jazz. Y'all want to force me to listen to a bunch of that stuff? I don't like jazz. I don't like jazz. I don't like jazz. I don't like Tupac. I don't dislike Tupac, but whatever. If you play him, I get him. I get it. But look, I got to get out of here, man. Look, Tupac is man. Do whatever. He was a kid, man. He's a kid. He was a kid. He was a kid. Biggie Smalls was a kid. We were kids. We were kids. I don't know what y'all are worshiping kids. Praising kids, following kids. We were kids. And I mean that. We were kids. Back in 1992, I was a kid. 1993, I was a kid. Tupac is younger than me, so he was a kid. Biggie Smalls was a kid. We were kids. If you want to get up and get amped up and follow kids, that's on you. If you follow and worship kids, and shut your dumb ass up. I'm low-key from Alabama. Get your dumb ass out of my face. I'm sorry, bro. I'm a 53-year-old man. I was around the same circles and around the same time they were. They're kids. Just like little kids, just like kids like Chief Keef get killed, just like these other kids get killed, they get killed. They're young kids that got killed. They were good at it. They were good musicians, having a good time, making money, and they died. Their music was the mindset and communicating what was in the minds of them when they were kids. Likelihood is that Tupac would think much differently now if he was alive than if he did not die. That's what I see when I see Tupac or when I listen to Biggie. I think, wow, they never made it into their 30s. They didn't make it into their 40s. They didn't make it into their 50s. I haven't made it into my 60s. You're not going to think the same way when you're 22, 23, 24 years old with a bunch of women around you and a bunch of weed around you and a bunch of people telling you how great you are, and you're reminiscing on things that took place 5 years before. They're telling what happened in their past, but that past was only 10 years before they talked about it. You know, you're not going to talk the same thing, man. You're not going to say the same thing later on when you're older, when you grow up. That's when the Bible said, when I was a child, I thought as a child, I spoke as a child. But now that I'm a man, I put away childish things. I don't want to hear I don't want to hear, give me the loot, give me the loot. I'm a bad, bad man. Give me the loot, give me the loot. I can't listen to it. 6 in the morning, police at my door. You don't hear Ice-T talking about that anymore. You don't hear Ice Cube talking about that anymore. You don't hear Jay-Z even saying the same things he was saying anymore, because you got to talk about the same things that you're going through now. So that's a snapshot of their lives when they were kids, man. Put what they're saying and where they were into context. Fred Hampton was a kid way before his time. It was murders. Yeah, he was a kid too. And he may have went about things in a different manner. Or he may not have. I'm not delegitimizing anything that they said, but Fred Hampton was not a rapper. He was not a musician. Musicians make music. They make music. They make music. They're not social leaders. They're musicians. They're singers. They're dancers. They're actors. That's what they are. That's what they do. That's not the same thing as talking about a young Frantz Fanon, who is a psychologist, who's a psychiatrist, and a medical doctor, which is a psychiatrist and a philosopher, and what his viewpoint is. That's what he did. And so that is the masterpiece in that particular genre. You all are trying to take musicians and make them into social and trying to make them something that they're not. They're musicians. That's what they do. What are you? A musician. What does that mean? I play music and I entertain you. They're entertainers. They're not educators. They're not medical doctors. They're not surgeons. They're not garbage men. Pay attention to what people do in the areas that they do. And you will see that there's so many geniuses. There's so many people out there that really have mind-blowing thoughts that you will never, ever get to hear because you're focused on listening to what a rapper has to say. Why are you listening to the rappers? You sure that's where you really want to get your insight from? A musician? Are you sure? Bob Marley was the same way, but Bob Marley was singing Buffalo Soldier, dreadlock Rasta, taken from Africa to America. But what is a Buffalo Soldier? A Buffalo Soldier was a soldier that literally was going around killing Native Americans who were working with the U.S. government. He completely twisted what a Buffalo Soldier was because it sounded good in a song. They're musicians, bro, so don't try to push musicians down my throat. They're musicians. It's just entertainment. They're actors. They're just actors. Denzel Washington's an actor. Now he's a man too. So if he talks about his experience as a man and being successful and what you need to do to make something within his genre, yeah, cool. But I got to go, man. Y'all making me talk too long. Thank y'all so much for everything. Merch said you're right, Fanon. These are young dudes that don't have life experience yet, so they sing about partying. Yeah, get past the party, bro. Trust me, they're not talking about the same thing that they were talking about then. They're not. They're not seeing. They're not. Nobody around in 1992, 1993 that are around right now still in their profession think the same way that they thought in 1992 and 1993. And I guarantee I'm going to tell you exactly why I know that is the case. Because none of us are still standing around, getting around each other in a party, listening to music and smoking and drinking. We're not doing that anymore. We're with our families. We're with our families. We're taking our kids on vacation. We are trying to figure out how we can take care of our parents who are now elderly, and we're raising kids and trying to teach our kids. Nobody that was around at those parties that you see, where standing around Tupac and standing around Biggie, are still doing that. They are moved on and they have changed and they are progressed in their lives, because we all know we were kids. We were kids. That's why they say honor your elders. Honor your elders. Honor your father and your mother. Because they are no longer, they were in the position that you were in at a certain point in time. And then when you get into that position, they're in the next position. So you honor your father and your mothers because they will still give you advice on what you're doing later on. What's next? Take care of your health. Hey, man, what would you do if you could change anything? Oh, my God, I ought to take care of my health. I would have taken care of my health. I would have made sure that I went jogging. I would have got plenty of sunlight. I would have relaxed a little bit more. You know what I mean? I would have saved a little bit more money. None of them are going to say, oh, I really wish I would have slept with more women. I would have went to more parties. You don't even hear about that. You hear about what they need in their life, and if they were younger, how they would have positioned themselves better to deal with what they have right now. It's just a completely different, it's a different thing as you get older. So please do not talk to me about, especially if you're some 25, 26-year-old dude or 30-year-old dude, talk to me about a guy that was the same age as me that I literally watched make more mistakes than he ever had to make. Because the reason why most people passed away is because of mistakes that they made. That if you learn from them, you say, whoa, I would have hooked up more. I work way too much. Well, you know, I can't. That wasn't my problem. Maybe that was a problem for you. That wasn't my problem, bro. Trust you me. I would rather have take better care of myself, man. Anyway, man. Like water for chocolate, common sense. Yes, sir. And yeah, T. Orlando, that's your problem. That ain't my problem. Anyway, I'm out of here. Much love to everybody in the chat, everybody in the super chat. Really, it was really, really a lot of fun today. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.